Terry Conti, how'd I know you were going to be the first one? I love that. Okay, we can't see you yet. Have you been here with this system, Robbie?
Yeah.
Good. Look how fast they join us. Oh, Barbara's on. Barbara, are you watching from the room or are you watching from your personal device? Okay, so when you're over here, and Alicia Agnew is here, stay here. If you lose it, you may have gone over here.
Okay.
So you always want to stay over here. And then here, this is Craft Cam, picture in picture.
Which one?
This one.
Okay.
Face Cam was just on us. Craft Cam, Joel Cam.
Okay.
So we're in Craft Cam now.
Okay.
So we'll go with this here in a hot second. Hello, Jean. We miss you. We wish you were here. Got it, Barbara. Hello. Hello.
Personal device, Barbara.
I know, I saw
Yeah.
that. Hello, everybody. Okay. Let's get this turned down. Oh my God, so many stories to tell you. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. I gotta make sure my phone's to full capacity. Go ahead. You can put us on. Well, I guess you could put us on face cam.
Isn't that where you had it?
Oh,
picture in picture. Or you want face?
yeah.
Okay. Here we
Nice. So Justine's not here today. Lisa Gooch. I love Lisa's name because I swear, not that we're not friends, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like Gooch. That's
right,
your last name.
Exactly. Always.
Lisa Gooch. Hi, everybody. We'll just wait like 30 seconds. Oh my God, so
Terry.
many stories. So many stories. There's probably the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's so good that I might call my sister and tell her to watch along because
Jackie
it's
wants to know if she
fantastic.
can have a loan since you won all that money.
Miss Jackie Davis, you should have been here. It was fantastic.
Hi, Sarah.
Someone won big. I know,
Hi,
we do miss
Susie.
Sarah too. Someone won big at the casino. It was me. It was very, very exciting.
Hi, y'all.
It was very exciting. So, when I asked for the time, you could tell me that right there.
Okay.
What time is it?
8:03.
Wonderful. So, hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer. This is Robbie. I think you all know Robbie. Robbie's at the crop, and Justine's niece is getting married in Naples, Florida on tomorrow, Saturday. And she actually flies out on she flies out at 3 a.m. So we let her go a little bit early. She thought she was going to do this and have no sleep. I'm like, no, that's okay. Robbie could do this. So Robbie's doing this, and we let her go. So now Peggy can't enjoy herself anymore at crop because she has to be Justine. Just kidding. We're going to try to use Peggy very sparingly. So I am
really
going
hard.
to. Yes, she does work really hard. And again, I am such a sap. I had to thank Justine for everything she does, and every time I thank Justine, I like cry, and I don't know why. It's ridiculous because Peggy and Justine are so awesome. I'm very lucky, very blessed. Very blessed by Father Andrew. So awesome. So many things to say.
That's a story.
It is. So, and I think they know the story, but we're going to start cutting first because there's a lot of cutting to do, and then we'll go into the stories. Okay. So let's let's open up your kit. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are new, and I think we do have a couple new people. Again, Jennifer Robbie, and this is online class 406. We have classes like this.
It does, Michelle. Does my shirt look like a perfect card back there?
Oh, it does. We have like online classes like this every other week. So this is 406. So welcome. Okay, so I don't want you to take out this first part. I want to do the easy one
we need
first.
to go back to
okay. Oh, you do. That's right. Go back to craft. Wonderful. So don't take this. I want you to take the one that's behind it that's wrapped up on our dates. So take the dates out. This is the one that I want you to take out. Next. And then behind the dates, you have some extra paper. So take out the one that's wrapped in the dates, and then behind it, I think you have 5. No, you have 4 sheets of paper, okay? So does everyone see these 4 sheets of paper? These are in the way, way, way back. Okay, way back. Not wrapped up in this. These right here, I made a mistake when we photocopied this, and we are using colors that I should have used on the second card, and I noticed it 4 colors in. So instead of throwing these away, I'm giving them to you because these 4 pieces of paper right here, you can do this first card we're going to do right here. This is all you need is those 4 sheets of paper. So you can recreate this exact medallion and then of course stick it on any single color of background paper that would match this. Okay, so we're not going to do this. Yeah, I thought I had 5 too. I thought there was 5 in here. Does everybody have 5 in there? I don't know why I only have 5. Oh, here it is.
It's back there.
I have
Just pull it
5.
out, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, so you do have 5. Yes. So you have 5, and you have, and they all matchy match, which is good. Hi Sherry, I'm glad you're here. We love newbies. So yeah, so you have that to make exactly this. Okay, so you do have the 5. I originally thought it was 5. That's why I said 5, and I couldn't find it. So that's what that's for. So you can do that tomorrow. And if you're going to do that tomorrow, I would love for you to do that and post it on the Fancer page so that we can see what everyone did. Because it's going to be the same premise as this. So let's put this card away.
Back to the challenge card.
And then, sort of, yeah, I know. So, Misty, you want to see your challenge card right away. And let's take out everything that's in here. Now, the only date, and I hope everyone saw that, the only date that we had a change on here that was wrong was Mid-Year Cheer, which is actually pretty important. Mid-Year Cheer is wrong on here. Mid-Year Cheer is actually June 30th. I don't know why I'm writing this out. I'm like a school teacher on a blackboard. June 30th through July 1. And my other side of my pen doesn't work. So, just so you know, I messed up the days. It's one day prior, June 30th through July 1. And that was going to go on sale on Mother's Day weekend, so look for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start. I'm going to do my my base in a second. Let me put that to the side. Let's get out your 5 colors.
Love
Again,
those colors.
that's why I know everyone did. This is why it was good that I made a mistake with 5 of them, because, you really could make this entire thing. So, you have 2 red-looking ones, okay? Everyone see their red-looking ones? And if you notice, if I flip this over, this is actually the same as that, so we use the one side for one and the other side for the other, okay? So, oh, I thought I saw your mom on here.
She's probably on there somewhere.
I'm sure she is, or if not, she'll be here soon. So the first one we're going to use for the outline layer is going to be the one that has the black. Okay, so the one that has a dark, dark black. Does everyone see that? Happy pre-birthday, Laura.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, Tammy, how you feeling?
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just cut this out.
Oh, yeah, Mom's here. Hi,
There
Mom.
she is, right.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
I knew she was going to be. Okay, and if I need to focus, Robbie, you're going to look at the computer screen,
Correct.
not the TV. And tell me.
Because we catch it earlier, right?
Yes.
Hey, keep it okay. I'm glad it's going well, Tammy.
What did Tammy say?
She's achy, but she's doing okay.
That's fantastic. Okay, so can we just talk about Father Andrew for a second? And I mean, it was unbelievable. The whole thing. First of all, did everyone see on the Fancer page our Father Andrew St. Ambrose stop? It was the coolest thing ever. Did everyone see that? And if you don't know the full story, I'll tell you some of the story, because we're like a soap opera. You got to watch every day.
Right.
You got to watch every other Friday to really be in the know. So this is, oh, got it, Laura. My birthday is July 5th. So Wednesday was our bus tour that we went to. What did we do? We went to Hollows, which is like a paper crafting warehouse. And then we went to our warehouse where you guys went absolutely bonkers, which I love.
I think Hollows is like crafty on one side, and the other side is like, who knows what you're going to find over there.
Well, that is true. It is. It's a weird store. It is a very weird store. They're not online. It's a bunch of closeouts. What they do is they buy closeouts on that. Linda, if you have 3, then are you sure one's not orange? Because you only should have 2 reds. And the first red we're cutting out is the one that has the black flourish in it. not the one that has the, like, not black flourish. It has to have the black flourish in it. That's what we want. So anyhow, so then from the warehouse we went to Mally's, and then we're going to go get Mitchell's ice cream, which is unbelievably good. I always forget how really good that ice cream is. And then we went back to the hotel. But as we went from the hotel, when we first start off to Hollows, we have to go through like the main drag in Brunswick, which is where Justy and I, graduated from, and we met. And so we were just pointing out, like we passed, her exit, like the vicinity of where she lived, and we passed where we graduated, and we said this is where we graduated, and we passed, where she suntans. So we pointed out that, and then when we got to this intersection, I said, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what I was thinking. St. Ambrose is 2 miles down the other way," and someone had screamed out, "We should go there," and I thought, "Oh my God, we really should go there because we really were 2 miles away."
Carrie loves Mitchell's ice cream too.
Oh, it's so good. I am going to. Well, no, I'm going to cut my next one, and then I'm going to black outline. I'm going to cut up my next one and black outline. So my next one is my other red one. So it's the red one without the black in it. So everyone look up. And yes, it may look orange on your end, but I'm not on the orange. Orange is definitely different than these two reds. So the next one is going to be this guy right here.
Okay, so Linda says, I am new, so it's the one with the light flourish on the back. Sorry.
So Linda, you want to cut, yes, on the back it has the light flourish. This is the first one, but on the front it has the dark. See, Linda, look up. So you could clearly see that one has dark throughout it and one does not. And it's really just the one side or the other. So the one that has the dark is your first layer. The second layer is going to be the one that doesn't have your black. Okay? So the one that doesn't have the black. So black outline and then non-black. Hope that helps, Linda. And if it doesn't help, Linda, ask again, because I will tell you again until you get it, okay? So please, please, please ask again. So on here, we want to go one layer in.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. So we want to go one layer in on this. This is really going to be a simple card. If this takes us longer than 45 minutes, I'm going to be shocked. It's that easy. Well, you could. Now, I want you to go, you're going to go, what are you going to do here? You're going to go, there is a thing with this. It doesn't matter. So, everyone look up real quick. I am going to cut out the only thing, am I focused there?
No, you're still a little blurred. There you go.
Okay, the only thing, everyone look up. The only thing that I'm going to focus on is I want these big long pieces right here. Not these under, and hold on, because you're not going to cut this whole thing out. Not these one that are under the top piece. Do you see this one's above, this one's below, this one's above, this one's below? Does everyone see that? The only one you're going to see is the one that's above. You're not going to see the one that's below. I'm saying that the opposite way. I want the ones, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Almost a cliff walk, but I told you not to cut yet. The big ones I'm not going to worry about. It's these small ones I'm going to worry about. And these small ones I want you to cut in. And you're going to go in just to the line that has the circle. And I want you to go to that circle, curve it around, and go back over like so. And look, I'm going to go right through the middle of that. So hold on, I'm going to go right through the middle of my big piece. Hold on, if you don't get it, just listen, you'll get it in a second. Go through the circle, go through there, and go right to the middle piece until I go there. So look up again. So again, I want on these little guys, this is the background one, you're going to cut that line that goes right to the circle, cut through the circle, and then cut that line, and then I don't care about the one on top, go right through it. Doesn't have to be neat because we're going to put something over it. And then here, this is the bottom one, cut that line right through that circle, middle of the circle, curve it around, cut through the big one. Here's my bottom one, so I'm going to cut that line, go right to the circle, come back down that line, and then go straight across because I don't care, and then cut that line through the circle, follow it down the other line, cut right through the big piece, and so forth, and so on. Naomi, you haven't missed anything yet. Okay? Okay, does everyone understand that? If someone does not understand that, let me know. And again, you're on the red piece that does not have the black. Okay, the red piece that does not have the black. Does everyone understand that? If you don't understand it, jump in now before I cut this entire thing so I can explain that again. So again, don't care about that big black piece. Not the big black piece, the top piece.
Should probably tell Naomi that's her full piece.
Oh, Naomi, are you saying what did you miss crafting-wise or story-wise?
Kathy says, tell us about the casino.
Oh wait, the casino is actually the less funny, the least best story. Okay, it seems like everyone had it.
Yep.
Good. Naomi, the only thing is the one right here.
Yeah, story announcements is Naomi. So.
Yeah, I told her.
Yeah.
I know my
You
peeps,
know,
Robbie.
yeah.
I do. Okay, so I do want to put this together because if not, it's going to get too confusing. And if it doesn't get too confusing, I could actually confuse it. So let's go ahead and we're going to black outline both of these, and then these are going to go flat on top of each other, okay? I'll finish it, Jean. Trust me, I'll finish it. So we're going to black outline these. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's okay. That's good. So we're going to black outline these, and for those who, and I'm going to go close real quick. For those who are newer, you're going to take a black pen, and you're going to stick it right down your cut piece, and you're going to very slowly draw or outline, really run your marker against the edge of that piece. Am I still in frame?
You are.
Okay, so you're not on top of your piece, you're next to your piece. And you just run that all the way through.
Okay, they want you to finish the Father Andrew story.
Oh my God, I'm trying to teach a class. They're dying right now.
Like, gotta know.
Oh, and then we have a terrible Rooney story. It's just, there's so much to tell you, it's ridiculous. So anyhow, we're on our way to our first stop, and Hollows, of course, is right down, we're on our way to Hollows, and I say, the church is right down the street where Father Andrew is, and everyone's like, oh my God, we should go, and I thought, oh my God, we should go. So we get to Hollows, and everyone gets off the bus, and I am standing outside of Hollows, next to the Hollows building, which, if you know anything about Hollows, it's not the nicest. I mean, it's a nice area, but it's just, you're in a weird parking lot. So I proceed, and I swear to God, everything literally I'm about ready to tell you is the truth. So everyone goes into Hollows, and they start to shop. So I proceed to call St. Ambrose, and of course they answer the phone. And I say, hello, my name is Jennifer. And they say my last name. I said, is Father Andrew happen to be around? And she said, oh, he just left the office. I think he's headed over the directory. Can I tell him who's calling and what it's about? I said, well, he's not going to really know me. My name's Jennifer, and I can't really explain. I'm going to take this back up. I can't really explain because it really is a story, but I promise I'm not going to waste his time, and I think this is going to be kind of fun. So luckily, and I don't know why, she said, well, hold on, let me see if I can get him. Then he comes to the phone, which I could not believe. So number one, I've now jumped by the first hurdle. I got Father Andrew on the phone. And I have to say, and this is very strange, I was like a kid, like kind of like giggling, like, oh, Father Andrew's on the phone. Which is ridiculous, but he's just so cute. So I was a little flustered. And I have to stop the story again. Can I have my Xyron?
Yeah.
Again, this is going to go flat against here, okay? Flat against there. Oh, my God, so funny. So I call him, or he answers the phone, and I say, I first have to tell you, I said, hold on. Look, I'm flustered right now.
I know.
I said, I want to...
Put it on picture so they can see how red your face is.
I said, I want to tell you first why I'm calling you before I tell you or ask you or tell you what I'm calling, what my request is. So if you could just give me like 2 minutes of your time, I want to explain something to you before I ask my question. And he goes, well, I hope this is good. And I said, well, I think this is very good. So I then proceed to say, my name is Jennifer, and I own a rubber stamp and scrapbooking store. We have a physical store in Amherst, and we have a warehouse in right here in Broadview Heights. And sadly, I said, and I'm Catholic, and I'll admit I don't go to church, and I should, but, I do believe in the faith, and I do my best to, live as the Lord would want us to. I said, but when COVID hit, I said, I had to find a way really to, keep our business going and really keep my employees paid or keep keep my employees employed and still pay them. And so we sat back and we said, what do we do best? And what we do best is really teaching. So what I have done is since COVID, 2.5 years, we literally do these crafting classes online every other week that people either buy kits and participate with, or they don't buy kits and they still participate with. I said it really has become a very close kit community. We're from, you could probably put us on picture if you want. We're from Washington all the way to Maine, and I said, people who don't even know each other because every other week we literally are talking to one another. And I said, and sadly, now I know I really, where are you at? Oh, did something weird right there. Okay, I know what that did. I said, sadly, someone had passed away, and I had come to church for the funeral, and you happened to be the priest there at the time, and you walked down the aisle, and you turned around, and I looked at my girlfriend, and I thought, oh my gosh, when did priests get so cute? And I did say that, and then I immediately said, and Father Andrew, you know you're cute because of all the videos you do, and you're very charismatic, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know. And he chuckled. He did laugh because he's not a dumb man. He knows that. So he did chuckle. So I knew I kind of had him. I said, that's funny. I just read your comments.
I know.
And hold on. So let me stop and let me
time.
get this other one. So, and I'm going to go back to the story because it is good. So now you have 2 yellows. Does everyone see your 2 yellows? You have like an orangey yellow and a real bright yellow. Does everyone see that? An orangey yellow and a real bright yellow. This is going to be important. I want you to take the real bright yellow. So it's going to be this one for me. Your real bright yellow. And if you think the other one's brighter, that's fine. So you're going to take your real bright yellow. This is the one we're going to cut right now. And I want you to cut. This is going to be important. So I'm going to stop the story. And I want everyone to look up. So this is your bright yellow. Again, you're going to look at your bottom layer. So this is the bottom layer here. Top layer. Bottom layer, top layer. So you're going to look at your bottom layer, and the only thing I want you to be, cognizant of is you're going to cut this line through that circle, down that line, go straight across. I don't care about the top guy. Go back to this guy, line, through the circle, back down that line, and then go straight across. I don't care how you cut. Line, through the circle, line, all the way across. Does everybody get that? Does everybody see that? And I'll cut and I'll show you, but does everyone get that before I really, really start cutting this?
Yep, you got some thumbs up and hearts.
Okay, if you don't get it, let me know that sooner rather than later. And am I in focus, Robbie?
Yes.
So I'm in line, and I don't care where I cut on that big one. And then line, and then through that circle, line, cut through, line, cut through.
Why don't you scoot up just a
Okay.
bit? There you go. Yep.
So everyone's no sad facers or no questions?
Nope, but now you are out of focus.
Okay,
There we go.
perfect. Okay, and so with this piece, once you get this cut, you're going to black outline this. And I know a lot of you are not going to trust me on this, but you're going to black outline this, and then this goes flat against this red piece, okay? So black outline this and flat against that piece that, the 2 red pieces. So anyhow, so then, I tell him all this, and this, and that he's good looking. And I didn't even bring up the thorn boards, which could have been pushed a little bit, but I even brought up the thorn boards. I said, we talk even about the thorn boards. We talk about everything. I said, but we talk about you very, very often during our classes. And again, he's chuckling, and it seems like he's kind of, he's intrigued, let's say. So then I say, we happen to have a crop, and a crop is when all these ladies get together, and we literally crop. Most of the time it's over the weekend, but this happens to be over a week. And they came in on Monday, and they leave on Sunday, and right now we're on a bus tour.
Jill would like you to hold that piece up.
Okay, I will. Right now we're on a bus tour, and I'm staying at Hollows right now, and the next stop is in Broadview Heights, which our warehouse is. And I am wondering, and I'm holding this up, so if anyone wants to look up, I'm going to hold this up for about 30 seconds, because this one may be a little bit hard. So then I said, we would like to come literally to just take a picture with you. That's all we want to do. I said, and I am more than happy to give a donation to the church. I said a sizable donation, although what I was thinking is like double what everyone's telling me I should pay him. And I said, I will give a donation to the church, but I really would just like to come out and take a picture with you. And he said, I would love that. He goes, how quickly can you be here? And I said, I don't know, an hour? Because we had just walked into Hollows. And he goes, oh, I leave in 20 minutes. I have to go to St. Colette, which is on the other side of Brunswick, to do a funeral. He goes, can you come back? And I'm like, oh, we can come back. We'll come back. So then he says, well, if you can, come after 2:30 because church was in session and that's when our school was in session and that's when the school buses come, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, we'll come after 2:30. He goes, and okay, I held it up close enough. So now we're going to put this flat under there and I'll take my Xyron too. And I said, okay, well, we will call you when we leave our last stop, which at this point is going to be Mally's, and we'll come back. We probably went 5 extra miles out of our way, but this was so well worth it. It was ridiculous. First of all, I didn't know what to expect because all I want to do is take a picture with him. He's like, well, call me, when you leave Mitchell's. So I'm reading between the lines. This is now the second time I'm talking to Father Andrew one day, and he told me to call him, so we could be dating. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Could be. So I did call him. And I called him, we're at Mitchell's. I said, okay, we're about 15 minutes away. You still okay with this? And he said, absolutely. He goes, now, do you want me to walk on the bus and we'll take a picture? I said, oh, no. We'll all come off the bus and gather around you and we'll take a picture. He said, okay. So I think at this point he's getting a little bit nervous. So we go to St. Ambrose, we pull in, and I said, do I need to call you again? And now I'm probably being a pushy girlfriend, I realize that. I said, do you want me to call you again? He was like, nope, I'll see the bus pull out and walk out. I said, perfect. So now I'm hoping everyone on the bus thinks he's cute. If not, my story is like, a stupid story. So we're getting off the bus, and out comes Father Andrew, and he does have that stupid bushy beard still on there. He needs to get rid of that beard because he would be he is very cute.
Or at least trim it down a little closer.
Yes, he'd be so handsome with all that beard. But anyhow, he comes out, and he's just. I think he's embarrassed. I think I'm embarrassed. I think we're all like, I cannot believe we're doing this at the moment. But he comes out, and I tell him who I am. This is the group. And he says, would you like to go into the church? And I'm like, oh.
But back up.
What?
When the women started filing out of the bus, Father Andrew's there, and he immediately, brings his arms up, what am I getting myself into?
Well.
It's like he's just... Oh.
So he invites us into the church. Well, he said, do you want to go to the church? I'm like, well, sure. Because we know what to expect. All we want is a picture with him.
The beard.
And I know some people,
Jill.
I'm sure will like the beard, but okay.
Because even I'm embarrassed.
It's now it looks like we have nothing and we only have 2 pieces left. And no, I can't believe that. Yes, this is going to turn out to a card soon. So now we're going to. I'm stopping the story. We're going to the yellow piece. So go to your yellow piece, and now you are going to cut that big piece that I wanted. But hold on, this is going to be important. Honest to God, with the 5 stops, including the church that we did, don't you think that the church stop could have been the best stop?
Oh yeah,
it was just it.
Well, and it's
beautiful. Better than expected.
It's pretty as he is. The church itself is really pretty.
It is really pretty. Okay, so everyone look up. This is where we're going to cut. This is really important too. So watch. You're going to cut this big guy all the way around, and you're going to come down to this little point right here. So I want to keep this in there, right there. Come all the way up, go all the way down, and then I want you to stay right here. You're going to cut across there, and I want you to cut it nicely. Cut on the lines, this is important. Cut on the lines right here, and then all the way up, down, and then cut on that line, up. Cut on that line, does everyone see that? And I will start to cut, and I'll show you, but don't get rid of this little guy right here, because that's going to be important. So anyhow, so then we all file into the church, which is pretty cool. And yes, it was a very pretty church. A lot of people commented that. And so as we're walking in the church, he walks right up to the altar. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking in my mind, okay, we wanted to take a picture. Are we filing up on the altar? So I kind of said, well, we just need to take a group picture. Is it okay if we come up on the altar with you? He's like, oh, sure, gather around. So we get everybody in there gathering around, and we take our picture. And then, of course, we took a couple pictures of Justine and myself and him, where he did put his arm around me. I mean, I must admit that. So right there, that was sign 3. Like, call me back.
You're dating.
Right, hand behind the
You're
hand.
dating.
Right, the hand behind me.
But the look on Justine's face.
I know, and I can't show that picture because it was just a bad picture. She'll hate that. But there's other things I'm going to show of Justine today, which is going to be the best thing ever in my entire life, but I digress. So, and I apologize for anyone who's new right now. You're thinking this is the worst class I've ever been in because what in the hell is she talking about? For everybody else who knows this is probably one of the best stories you've ever heard. So anyhow, so we take this great group photo, which is now on the our Facebook fan page. It was just a great photo. And then he says, "Do you have a second? Do you guys have a second to have a seat?" And we're like, "Well, yeah, we'll sit down." I mean, like all of us were like excited. It wasn't even me anymore. It's like, "Well, yeah, let's sit down, sure." So we all scattered out and we sat down, and I should show the pictures of this too. And then he proceeded to say, "Well, you know, Jennifer says you're all crafters and you're from all around the world and how you guys got together." And he was like, "You know, where are you all from?" And everyone's screaming out, you know, Oregon and Washington and Texas and, you know, New York and Wisconsin. I mean, he was just from everywhere. And I think he was blown away by that.
He
Don't
was.
you think? Yeah.
He was like,
He really was blown away that, well, and then he said
he's like, "And you're here to craft?"
Yes. And then he, you know, gave a fourth nice compliment to me. I mean, I just wish this guy wouldn't have been all over me. You know, he said I should be very proud of myself for gathering such a good group of women together. And a life group together, yes. Yes. And so that was nice. And so he talked to everybody, all of us, you know, as a whole for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. And then he asked if he could say a prayer. And again, we're all like, "Well, yeah, this is better than just get both of us and taking a picture." So then he gave us all a very, very, very nice prayer. And for those of people who weren't Catholic, I think they enjoyed it. I mean, I think if I went to a synagogue and I prayed with somebody, I mean, a prayer is a prayer is a prayer. Right. So I hope at this point I didn't offend anybody. But he says this very nice prayer, and he wishes us well and blesses us. And that was it. Then we get up, and I did at Mally's buy him a little thank you gift. They had at Mally's, well, I secretly bought him a bunch of hearts in a bag. I don't know if he could read between the lines, but I gave him that. And then the Mally's, they had this Noah's Ark candy, and when I gave it to him, Mally's Ark. When I gave it to him, he did chuckle. And I'm like, "We just bought this for you at Mally's." I said, "But I promise you, I will definitely get a check in the mail." Oh, and then to back up, when I was talking to him on the phone, my mom actually dates her boyfriend. His name is John. And he is a very, 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 very big donor to the church. One of those people who, you know, the priests know him. So when I was on the phone, I kind of got that out too. Like, you know, I promised I'll give a donation. My mom is, you know, Lois so-and-so, and she dates John so-and-so. And he's like, "Who?" And I said the name again. He's like, "Oh, yes." So, you know, I think he kind of, you know, we weren't going in blindly. Here. And let me put this up.
Does Crosby,
okay.
He keeps crying at the door.
Yes, he can open that up now. No, it's not he's crying. I think Crosby's, or whatever, you could open up the door. So anyhow, so then we give him that, we walk out, we get on the bus, and that was our Father Andrew story. So it was really, 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 really great on so many levels. But it's so funny because my girlfriend, who I was at the funeral with, you know, she knows the story because she's the one I looked at when we went to this funeral a year and a half ago, and I said, "Oh my God!" I mean, look at him.
Holy God.
I didn't get the fudge sauce Michelle at Mally's. They didn't, and but it's so funny. So when I post, and she knows that I talk about him often on my lives, and so when I posted that picture, she emailed me back in big letters. She's like, "Oh, you didn't?" I'm like, "Yes, I did." So anyhow, it is a great story. So that is our Father Andrew story. So it was impromptu, and we all met Father Andrew. And seriously, I met Father Andrew for the first time too, because I've only been a gawker from afar.
Right.
So really, I met Father Andrew. Now,
when Plumley's at a retreat on the beach.
When I start going to him, send him a donut, I don't get it. I am going to send him, which I will show you later.
It's probably supposed to say donation, just didn't.
Oh. No, we are sending him a donation. In fact, I was thinking like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking like, I don't know. I should ask you guys what kind of donation you think, because I have a donation in my mind, but people are saying other things which are much lower than I thought. But yeah, it was just impromptu and fantastic and just wonderful. And we have a picture of Father Andrew. Now, what I'm worried about is now when I go back to St. Ambrose for the first time ever and register, is he going to be like gawking at me all the time? And am I going to make him nervous sitting in the audience?
He's going to call, want to come to meet
right,
you for
exactly,
lunch.
right, exactly. So, I don't want to make him uncomfortable. So, we'll just have to play it by ear. We'll see if he'll call me and where it goes from here.
Sarah, a lot
and
of us are sending him cards.
I am kidding. So we're going to send him, we made a card at, I was going to say Croptoberfest, at Spring Bling, and I will show you that card because that has,
I did, Elizabeth.
Because that has yet another story, and I'll show you the card that we're going to send him, and of course I'll print the big picture of all of us.
So Michelle Cochran says $500 and make your cross and frame it to be displayed.
See, Michelle, you're the only person that said $500. I think $500 too. Everyone's telling me between $100 and $200, but I thought $500 also. That was what I was going to send, but everyone said no. Even our bell ringer Pegs, she said, "Oh no, 150 max." So I don't know. I think I'm gonna send. I'll probably send him $500.
Did you go over?
What do you mean?
Did you cross over on your card? I heard you say, "Oh, dang it."
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay. But thanks for pointing that out, Justine.
I was looking for it. I didn't see it.
Tough crowd. Okay, so everybody has this right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to give him the $500. We're going to send him the card, which I will show you in a little bit. $500 check. My personal phone number in case he ever wants to contact me again for anything else.
He has to have that.
Exactly. And the picture of us, the card, the picture of us, and the check. Yeah. So I'll get that in the mail this week. I was thinking $500, and I think I should, especially because I hit at the thing at the casino last night, so we can spread the love.
Is this going to be a biannual event, Spring Bling,
No.
Oktoberfest?
Well, this is the funniest thing. So we do this. Okay, hold on. Let me go to this. So let's go to the last one right here, and let me just cut this out. So now you're on your orange, okay? And we're going to have to cut these big petals out individually.
Donna said she was thinking the casino winnings.
But it's, what, 500 to 1,000? Jackie, what is your problem? You don't have to ask John, Mother. In fact, please don't ask John. Jackie, $1,000? What is her problem?
I think 500 is good.
I think 500 is a lot from what everyone said.
I think you should send the 2,700.
So look at what we're cutting right now. Actually, let me show you on my card. Everyone look up. This is what we're cutting right now. You're cutting, whoops, can we focus it? We're cutting these orange pieces. And you're cutting right here. Everyone look up. Loop here. Loop here. All the way down to this right here. This is important, okay? So loop there, all the way down to this. And then you're going to adhere it flat. Same thing here. Loop, all the way down to this, outline, and then lay it flat.
So individual pieces?
Outline, and then lay it flat. Say it again.
Individual pieces?
Yes, all individual pieces. And that's going to be important, all individual pieces, and you'll see that as we're going on. So after we did all this, Justine sits next to me in the bus. She looks at me and she goes, "What are we going to do next year?" I'm like, I have no idea. I mean, how do you top that? So that was Father Andrew. That was the Father Andrew story. It's a great story. And I got to be honest with you. In all fairness, he is a very, 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 very outgoing, he's a great guy. I mean, he really is.
How is Father Andrew ever going to explain the money to the finance board? Yeah,
he is I could tell why he was called by the Lord. He's just an outstanding individual in every way.
Oh, for sure.
He really was. And I mean, it was just nice. I really thought we were going to get off the bus and stand on the grassy area and just take a picture with him. But no, I couldn't have asked for anything better. It was absolutely perfect.
Terry Conti says you have a year to come up with something new.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. I may need a year. But it was so funny because she just whispered, "What are we going to do next year?" Okay, so this is the piece right here that you're going to cut. So everyone look up and look at that. That's the piece that you're cutting. And then you're going to black outline that, and you're going to put that then after you black outline that, you're going to adhere that flat onto your yellow piece, just like so. Okay? So I should tell him a piece of bad news right now since I just gave him the good news. Okay, are we good there? Okay, I'm going to cut out all of those, and then I'm going to black outline and put those. Sorry, Rob.
Just don't lose them.
I know. Okay, so I have to... There's so many stories. Are we good with storytelling tonight? Is everyone good with storytelling?
Lots of stories.
Yeah, we do have lots of stories.
Some really funny, some really sad.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Okay, they're all good with the stories.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll tell you the bad one.
And Shirley at the bank, Justine's online.
Just,
When we passed in the car, in the bus.
Justina, you're supposed to be packing and getting sleep. So, well, I don't even know if I could explain this. I think that's something that you had to be there with. But we were on the bus in Brunswick, like going down 303. Justine's mom, Shirley, was walking out of the... Did I just cut this wrong? Hold on. I sure did. Look at that. I'm getting all excited, and I totally cut that wrong.
We should have saved the Father Andrew story for last, so he wouldn't be hot
yeah,
and flustered.
exactly. Right. So as we're driving down 303, Justine like kind of screamed, "There's my mom!" So everyone was able to look and see little Justine's future in 25 years
Coming out of the bank.
Coming out of the bank through the bank parking lot. And I swear to God, if we would have seen Justine's mom literally a minute before that, I would have had the bus like stop and pull in and have Justine's mom walk on the bus. Too funny. Very, very funny. So Justine's probably going to wait until we get to her part, huh? Probably. So anyhow, so I'll tell you the sad story first. The sad story, and I don't like this story at all, guys. This is a bad story. But Rooney bit Andy the other day, and it's not good. It's not a good bite at all. It's
yesterday,
not a good
right?
bite.
Yeah,
was it yesterday already?
It was yesterday.
Hey, knock it off. You know, my philosophy is you don't keep biting dogs, and you all know that I know Rooney's mean, and you all know that, you know, one day I think I realize how Rooney is going to die, because she just really, 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 really is not a nice dog. But, you know, Andy doesn't want to put the dog down, because you always think, well, maybe it was my fault.
Right.
But, so the story is Andy woke up yesterday morning like he always does, and he went into the living room, which he always does, and Rooney happened to be, and again, no lights were on, because he just woke up, and Rooney happened to be standing up by the couch, and I'm not sure if the blanket was in her mouth or not in her mouth, but I'm going to have to get a ruler out and do that. I'll do that in a second. Actually, hold on. I'm going to mute you guys, because I have to slap a ruler, and it's going to be loud to stop them. Look like they know that's coming. Hold on. Nope, maybe not. Nope. Okay, my ears are like ringing from that.
But it's very effective.
It is, yeah, it is. So anyhow, so Andy thought that she had the blanket that normally stays on the couch in her mouth, so he went down to go pull the blanket out, and Rooney attacked his hand, and it wasn't just, it's a very, 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 very bad bite.
It's aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very bad bite. And Rooney felt bad. I mean, you could tell she felt bad because she sat there with her tail in between her legs and her ears way, way, way down the entire morning as Andy's screaming and screaming and screaming. And of course I jumped out of bed and he's running water, you know, under this thing, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck happened. So yeah, I would show you a picture, but it's actually kind of gross.
It is, yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. It's a bad bite. So I think Rooney's on maybe her last leg here. I don't think we're going to take her up right now. But in all fairness, and again, I don't want to be the person that makes the excuse because Rooney is not a good dog. Rooney, her boils back on her cheek. She has bad gum still that she's on a medicine for, and her ears are bothering her. I mean, like, so, and her nose. She got her nose problems. Right. So I mean, like, so maybe it was just overwhelming, and so I do have a call into the vet, and we're going to see, you know, what we could do, if anything.
Sandy, he did go to the doctor.
Yeah, we finally made him go. We, meaning everyone in the scrap room. He did go to the doctor, and it's weird. He went to the doctor this morning, and he didn't want to stitch it for, I don't know.
Well, because the doctor said he was past the 12-hour mark.
Yeah, no,
but then he said he wouldn't stitch it anyway because in case it got infected, it's easier to get in to clean.
That's why they didn't want to stitch it. Right. And then in the state of Ohio, you can't be put on an antibiotic unless you have a doctor's appointment. So they had to make Andy a doctor's appointment to come back today at 3:30. So then he was given his antibiotic, which I thought was really weird. But he did
Two
go and
antibiotics.
he's on two?
Two. He said two
Oh,
antibiotics.
jeez. Yeah, it's a bad bite. It really is. So.
And then it's a cream or something to keep it from drying, the skin from drying.
Oh,
out
is
too
that
much.
what it is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought he just put that all in
No,
there.
he said that's all from the doctor.
It is time. Mary Sparks, what, she's telling me right now
I
to
don't
put my
know.
dog down? I think
Oh.
so.
Maybe.
Um,
I don't know that her meds are making.
yeah,
her
I don't know.
aggressive.
Like I said, I haven't called on my vet. I mean, she's just, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, what do? You take your dog, you put him on the leash, and he runs into the car because he's going for a ride, and he's all excited. And you take him to your vet, and you say, okay, this is it. I mean, I just... And again, trust me, I don't want a biting dog. I'm not saying that I'm all for this, but I just don't know how you go about doing that, and it's a tough decision.
Right.
I hope
Very
nobody is put into this position. It's a very, very,
Well,
very, very, very tough decision.
And even if you went the rescue route, you have to make sure that they never adopt the dog out
Correct.
too. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, they have to know that.
Jackie, come out and come back in if you can't get the connection back, because it's definitely yours.
Yeah.
They do have to, Sarah.
What'd she say?
They're about the doctor report bite to the city. Justine said that there was like a 3-strike law or something, which means they have to track it somehow.
You don't have to. I don't know if he did or not.
You don't have to. So in Texas, medical professionals are required to report dog bites.
Yeah, I don't. We are not.
Okay.
And I don't even. I bet you this is a private doctor. This is one of those doctors where you pay a fee and it's a private doctor that you go to.
Yeah, a concierge doctor. Yeah.
I bet they're not even going to report it. Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to report it. So anyhow, so that's the sucky story of the week, which just it's
tough.
It is the
yeah,
pits.
everybody agrees it's horrible.
It is. It's the pits.
And there's no good solution.
No, there's not. Okay, so now I'm going to black outline all these.
Radonna wants to know what kind of dog Rooney is and who is Andy. She must be a new one.
Andy is my significant other for, I don't know, close to 35 years. I don't know, 30, 40.
Oh, wow.
50. Yeah, a long time. And Rooney is a bloodhound.
And both of them are up to date on their shots.
Yes, they are. Bloodhounds are supposed to be nice, but Rooney has always been a little bit, probably right before she turned 2, we started to see some aggression on her.
And I think your mom's asking if those go down flat.
Yes, these do go down flat. Yes, they do go down flat. So bloodhounds are not supposed to be aggressive, but this one just has a screw loose. And I had her since she was a baby, but I mean, like, she's right here in front of us. She's fine. I don't know. I mean, maybe she was just so disoriented because she is on all those drugs. Because she is on she's on 3 sets of pills right now, and it was dark, and she was just standing there. Who knows why she was just standing there? And here comes Andy. I mean, a lot of things could have played a factor in that. Right. And again, I'm not making excuses. I'm not making excuses for this dog at all. I promise you, I'm not making excuses. But you don't know when time is.
And it could be, Laura said she may be in more pain than you know.
Correct. Okay. And that you're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, so my other thing there.
What you need?
Okay, so the rest is all good stories from here.
Oh, your ex.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at.
I don't see it over here either.
Yes, Elaine, all these layers are flat on the yellow piece.
Yeah, I don't see it on the table.
All these layers are flat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Check?
No.
Okay.
I'll just use
Just
this.
line them all up at one time. Boom.
Yep. So we have that.
Okay, we took our mama dog in, put us in a room, and gave her a blanket to lay on. And we loved her and held her and said, "Yeah, that's."
So Kathy, was she sick, or did you have to put her down because she was aggressive?
Sarah says she needs doggy marijuana.
She could. And actually, that's funny that you should say that, because I think one of the things that I want to do is I want to see if we could give her Rimadyl and that gabapentin for the rest of her life. Even if she's drugged out and I could take her down a notch, I'd rather take her down a notch and have her drugged out than being aggressive like that.
Bye, Karen. Enjoy and post pictures. She's going to bling her travel dotty.
Nice. So that's one of my questions, and I'm sure that's the route we're going to take to see if that helps. I'd like I said, I'd rather dumb her down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy putting them down.
No, I've put dogs down before,
Right.
many times. I've never had to put an aggressive dog down.
Right. Well, it's always had to be when it was time.
Whoops. Okay, what time is it?
It is 8:50. Tammy says gabapentin made her dog aggressive, and she can't take it herself. I take it, and my dog just is like stoned when she takes it. She's like
Well,
flying
she has,
high.
yeah, she has been taking gabapentin. I gave it to her last night because I just wanted her to sleep.
Well, and it does help with some pain. So
It does. I mean, look at her. I mean, she's just sleeping right there, nice. And then, of course, you got the Crosby factor. You know, they're now home during the day when we're at the shows. You know, she could turn around and attack Crosby.
Right.
You know, and that's
Yeah, because Crosby's still a puppy and wants to play. And
yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why she did it. I mean, I don't know why she did it.
Yeah, and we can't just assume it's because of X, Y, or Z. It just, you have to.
Okay, so we're like almost done with this. This is such an
Yay!
easy card. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This entire thing gets popped. However, I want double pops at the end of all this. So the entire thing gets popped, but double pops at the end of all these, at the tips of all these. So double pop here all
Good
the
night,
way
Deb
around.
Fisher.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's watching in the thing. Misty said that the Wi-Fi was bad down at the,
Oh, that's terrible.
which we knew it was going to be, so it's a good thing.
Well, only because they're all there.
Right.
And Misty, is the thing not up on the wall? Would she text
Oh
you
no,
that?
she had it up, but she just said that she messaged me.
Oh.
Do you want me to leave the face cam up now that the
Yeah, you could take it. You could take
Okay.
this down. I know
See, now that
Justine
the-
hates that too.
No, I don't care. They just need to see your face for Father Andrew's story time.
Right. Father Andrew. God, I hope the guy didn't write down our company and he watched tonight. He'll be like, oh my God, that lady is crazy.
Yeah, he may be over there watching. Susie says lots are watching on their iPads and tablets. So yeah, just the streaming is probably bogging down.
Yeah, I don't think I need to do what I'm doing right now.
Oh, she took it down because it was too spotty.
I don't think I need to do that. Okay, so here, look here, on these ends, I'm just going to peel these ends off. And this is where I'm going to put my second pop dot on there. So just this one right there on the end, that's it. Does everyone see that? So I'm just going to put a double pop dot right there.
Oh, we didn't. Jackie said, did you ask Father Andrew if he was willing to make a calendar?
Well, I told him I did tell him that someone made me a calendar of a bunch of priests, and I think he just let that one go. There is such a thing, though.
There is.
Okay, so now we can take this apart and lay this on this piece, and you're going to see how all this comes together and looks like it's so much more than what it is.
Rons, what do you need?
Okay, so when we do our spring bling events, actually we started this a little bit ago. We have this table where people bring unwanted items, and we stick it on the table, and you come up throughout the week. If you want something, you take it, and if you don't, you don't. If you want to throw something on the table, you can, but if you take something, you stick it into a pot, a donation pot, and the donation pot then, we have one person collecting all the money. Now, when you put this on, guys, make sure you line that up. And your tips should be higher than your middle. But line that up perfectly. And we did this before for the veterans. And then we did it for Leroy. To get Leroy. And that's we still have that money. I think it was, what was it, $900? I have the check on my
Leroy?
desk, yeah. I do have the check on my desk. And let's go ahead and put pop dots on the back of this right now. And so I'm not sure. I really want to keep the Leroy money because I think I want to do something else like Leroy related. But this year we went with we met this guy named Tom who actually, this is what I want to do. I want to call Tom and I want to get him on the phone. I want him to explain why he does and what he does, because this is just a very, very, very great thing. But it's really to prevent suicide, suicide prevention. So actually, as we're doing this right now, we're going to call him and get him on the phone so he can talk about this. Let me get this. Oh, crap. I forgot to do something. But that's okay.
Look at Rooney wanting all the attention over here.
So we're going to put him on the phone.
Look at her.
Hi, Runes. Yeah, see how lovely she is?
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Now, I have to tell you that I do have you on speaker, so you're kind of like live on air, and this is going to be taped and saved forever on Facebook, okay?
Oh, awesome. I love that. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And I'm sure in about 30 seconds they're going to be saying hi, 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 hi. And I gotta say, I just talked to Tom about a couple hours ago to make sure he can talk to us live on air, and he said he had great news this week and he just got engaged. So yay! Congratulations, Tom. That's wonderful news.
Thank you.
Yes, so congratulations. So I really haven't told anybody. The people at the crop kind of know who you are and what you're about, but everybody else, yes, everybody else does not know. So let me give them the intro on how I met you, and then you can tell me what you do, and I'll just ask you questions and fill in things from there if that's okay.
Okay, perfect.
So when we all the congratulations are coming through. So when we went to Pinners, 3 or 4 weeks ago, Tom was there in a little 10x10 booth. And he was selling these different colors of rocks, and they were all in the form of a heart. And actually, Misty is the one that went over and met him first, and she bought all these rocks. And she said, this guy sells these rocks, and every time you buy a rock, he donates a rock to a, and you can correct me when I'm done if I'm wrong on any of this, Tom. He donates a rock to a school. And what these rocks represent is really suicide prevention. And it is, can you give me one in that bag, please? And it is something that you give to somebody, and they don't even have to be suicidal. It's just somebody who may be having a down day, that they need to know that they're important and that they matter. And here, these are some of the rocks that he has, but they're all different. They're different. They're sizes. They're different. Some are very, very expensive. Some are not. And when I say very expensive, maybe like $20 or $10. And some are maybe just $1 or $2. But he has this little thing on the back, and if you look up, you could read that. There you go. And it's just once you just want to tell somebody that you do matter, that even when you're alone, you're not alone, that your life is important, you're beautiful, your story matters, and the world is a better place because you're in it. So you give these to people, and hopefully they keep them forever and ever, so that they're ever having a down day, they just know that their life matters. And it all revolves around.
Or I guess they could give it to someone that when they felt like that person needed it.
Absolutely. So we kind of liked the charity. We kind of liked his mission because, I called him and I said, I said, what do you, how do you even make a living doing this? In time, you're getting tons and tons of hearts.
Right, all of them. Here. Like, love the story.
Yeah,
I want some.
And he's like, my life right now, I spend $400 in rent, and I just need a room because his entire mission is just to get as many hearts as he can, to as many hearts to as many people as he can, just to save the world and make it just a better place. So with that said, Tom, you could correct me with anything I just said wrong or whatever.
Oh, no, that was wonderful. I used to be a school teacher. A few years ago, I was teaching on a reservation, and what happened is the more I got to know my students, the more I cared and loved them, and the more I heard about the trauma and all the things they were dealing with. And I just didn't know what to do about it. And so I'd go collect heart-shaped rocks on the beach, and I'd give each student a little heart rock to be the reminder that they're loved. And when the beach ran out of natural heart rocks, I bought a little tile saw and started making them. And in the last almost 3 years, last month I gave away my 100,000th heart rock.
Oh, awesome.
It's incredible.
And through my social media, I'm aware of dozens of potential deaths by suicide prevented by people just reminding each other that they matter. But so much more happens with it because it's just a rock, but it creates a moment of human connection, and then it becomes a tangible reminder that someone cares about you. But you can instill the rock with whatever message you want. And so as I gave them to my students, I found that about half of them keep it, and the other half know someone else is struggling, and they pass it on. And so I flooded my classroom and then my school with heart rocks. And then there was a death by suicide in my family, and so I moved back home to Utah, and I found out that the school near my home had 8 deaths by suicide, and the next school over had 13, and I realized I could do something about it. And so instead of applying for jobs that I didn't want anyway, I just started making heart rocks 10 hours a day on a tile saw. And it's been a lot of work and a lot of dust and noise. And now I've got like this little army of stone carvers helping me with that huge burden.
Wow.
And now I spend most of my time doing markets to fund it and then to get the word out. But then like yesterday, I spoke at a university, and I spoke at 2 elementary schools, and then I spoke at a church all day yesterday.
Wow.
And they helped me distribute about 3,000 heart rocks. And I was able to offset the cost by selling them at markets. And so for just $1 each, like per heart rock, like we distributed 3,000 of them all over the communities. And if one of them helps one person, it's worth it. And that's what I keep just telling myself. And so I'm in the process right now of setting it up as a nonprofit organization. I'll have all that paperwork submitted within the next month or 2. And then my goal is to get businesses to help sponsor entire schools and school districts. And then I'll hire more and more stone carvers in third world countries to help lift them out of poverty. And it just, I think the beauty of it is when someone receives a heart rock, it's their reminder that they matter and they're loved and seen, and they may keep it their whole life, but they also have the option to pass it on and begin looking outward. And I think there's a lot of beauty in the simplicity of it. And so that's heart rocks.
I know, it's fantastic. And we're in the middle of class right now, so I'm going to stop you for a hot second because I just want to talk and teach so we can still do this. And then we want to come back because I do have a couple questions for you, okay?
Okay.
So I don't want to put the card together yet because I want to hear the rest of Tom's story, and I do want to ask him a couple questions. So we're going to put the jewels on this one real quickly, okay? So if you go down to Craft Cam, let's see if you could do Craft Cam real quick and what that looks like.
We're on Craft Cam.
A jewel cam, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, perfect. If I'm on Jewel Cam, guys, right there, you could kind of see what I'm going to do, no? Can you tell what jewels I'm going to use? Oh, wait a minute. These are Parapodacea. Can everyone see that, or do you want me to stop and tell you the colors? I can definitely stop and tell you the colors. Tom, we won't keep you that long. Just give me a couple seconds, okay?
Okay, yep, no worries.
Is that okay, guys? Is that good? Let me do this. Let me do this.
Bring him in a little bit.
Yeah, let me do this. So, so right now, Tom, you put, so you really go to, like, for example, we went to the colleges. What are they going to do with the Heart Rocks?
So yesterday I spoke with, it was a bunch of doctoral students that are graduating with degrees in psychiatry and psychology. And I shared with them the Heart Rocks and how I just give them to strangers, or if I find that someone is experiencing suicidal ideation, I'll give them between 10 and 100 Heart Rocks. And I'll tell them, you're not the only one that feels this way. Find the others and remind them that they matter. And I've shared how me, without having a background in psychiatry or psychology, how focusing on just human connection and kindness can help turn people outward rather than getting stuck in that inward spiral of self-doubt and self-harm, and how kindness becomes infectious and easier as you just do it over and over and over again. And so I offered each of the students, the graduating students, I gave each of them 5 Heart Rocks, and I challenged them within the next week to find 4 people to give them to. And then I also told them, if you can think of people right off the bat that you know could use a reminder that they matter and they're loved and seen, take extras to give to them. And almost all of the students are currently practicing, and they took Heart Rocks for every single one of their patients. And so the beauty of it is those specific students at that university, they each know 20 to 30 people that can benefit from a little reminder that they matter. And within the next month, they'll give away all of those Heart Rocks. And if it helps one person, like, it's a beautiful thing. And
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. It's a great story. And we gave everybody, I gave everybody their Heart Rock from me, and I told them, well, from our staff, and told them that they need to keep it in their craft bag. So every time they, they need to feel that they are important and loved, and that they matter to us. I mean, it's a big deal. And
Yeah.
tonight when we go back, we're going to give them their second Heart Rock, and we're going to challenge them the same way. We're going to challenge them to sometime this week give that second Heart Rock that we give them to somebody else that needs that little
That may need it.
that may need it, that they care. So I think that's wonderful. What where can, because you're going to get a lot of people now flooding your website.
Right.
So how can where do they go to buy Heart Rocks from you, Tom, to help your cause?
So I just updated my website. I added a video where I tell some of the stories about it and how to use the Heart Rocks. And then I also just added about 20,000 more Heart Rocks to my website.
Okay.
I've got a whole bunch of different kinds and styles, and I slashed all the prices. My website is TakeHeart, TakeHeart.rocks instead of .com, so it's .rocks. So it's TakeHeart.rocks.
Hopefully.
And that's my website, and then also my Facebook and Instagram.
That's fantastic. So we are right now, probably, do you want to know how much money we're at right now?
Yeah, that would be amazing. I do want to say one more thing.
Oh, say whatever you want to say.
Any sales that go through today or tomorrow, I'll throw in a whole bunch of extra rocks knowing that it's going to you guys and a good cause.
Well, that is fantastic. And you know what? If you do that, and I could tell you the number off the air, we do these classes every other week. We will throw the Heart Rock in the next class that we do if you want to do that. But I will give you that number off the air. That's fantastic. That's great. Because really your goal is not so much... I don't want to say making money, I'm going to word this wrong, but your goal really is to get as many Heart Rocks as many hands as you possibly can.
Yep, that's my goal.
Yep, that's perfect. That's great. That's wonderful. And I do really, really, really still want to talk to you because we're in all these shows and all these classes, across the country, how we get more Heart Rocks into other crafters' hands. Because I really would like to have even something up my booth when they check out, and how that is and how we talk about that and how we could do that mission. I think that'd be fantastic. I really was impressed with this because I think suicide is one of the most saddest things in the world, because everyone does matter. And look, I'm going to get emotional.
I know, me too.
And I don't even know anybody who's committed suicide. But everybody's life is important. Everybody is important. And I'll tell you another story. You won't be on the line, but I'll tell you another story after this, which is just an unbelievable story. But everyone's life does matter. And I like it because not that, research and things like that. Research is, I'm not saying that research is not a bad thing, but you're actually giving it to somebody and they have something tangible, They have this stupid little rock, and I say that in good terms, Tom. People who know me know that's a good thing. There's a stupid little rock to say that, I do matter. Someone gave this to me because they care, as opposed to I know that XYZ is doing research on, suicide prevention type of thing. So that's what I really, really, really was drawn to this. On top of you and your mission and what you do, I did like that too. So I'm very, very happy that we picked you, and I'm glad that a lot of people did that too. We do have, we did have money that we collected for something silly, and I don't even want to get into it before, that happened, did not pan out for reasons I don't want to get into. And I believe I'm going to take a poll when I go back, but it's either $800 or $900. I'm not sure what that is. I have the check on my desk. I'm going to take a poll. I think we're going to wrap that into what we're collecting right now. But I think as of last night, we had close to $900. So if we wrap
Wow.
that in, yeah, it'll be close to $1,700, and I'm sure that's going to go up from there. And I'm sure we'll throw you in some money too, because again, it's just a good cause, and I know you're going to get some business through your website right now too. So I think we're going to call you next week with a very, very pretty exciting number.
Yeah, that's incredible. And what I do is for every single dollar that's donated, I donate a Heart Rock to a student and I deliver them. And then for every one that I sell, I also add one more to the mix. And so this is really cool. That's like 3 entire elementary schools worth.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
That's great. That's great. Well, you keep doing what you're doing, because I think it's a pretty decent, exciting, positive message. And I'll help you any way that I can this way, getting rocks into people's hands. For sure.
Thank you.
You're very,
Thank you
very,
so
very,
much.
very, very welcome. Give me your website one more time.
Okay, it's takeheart.rocks. TAKEHEART.ROCKS.
That's awesome. And the person who is collecting money back at the scrapbook room, she just said actually the count is at 1,400 right now. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
And that
so,
could go up higher now that people have heard the story.
correct, and I'm sure it will go up higher. Yeah, and President Jefferson, we're a very outspoken group here, Tom. Somebody just said, ooh, and Tom's a cutie, so they already went on your website. Yes, Tom is a cutie. He really is.
Oh, thank you.
So there you
thank
go.
you.
Right. So being good looking helps too, Tom.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet.
I'd say, oh, yeah, we tell it how it is. Trust me, if you heard the story before yours, you wouldn't even believe me. But yeah, no, so with that said, I will definitely call you. Thank you for taking the time to call us, and thank you for doing what you do. It matters, and it's fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad we could meet.
I am
really
too.
Good things are coming from this.
They are, and I promise we'll talk next week for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Awesome. I'm
thank
looking
you,
forward to
Tom.
it.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. He's a very sweet guy.
Sounds it.
Yeah, he's very sweet. Okay, hopefully you guys watched me as I was doing this, as I was doing these jewels. And if not, we'll go over that. So if anyone's like, can you stop, pumping the guy and show me where I'm putting the jewels? I know, exactly,
Right.
Michelle.
We're all crying.
Let's do that. But no, it's just sad. It's just, I mean, people always have bad days, and it's you only live once. And especially with teen suicides, it's terrible. You just never know what's going to happen. But anyhow, I digress. Okay, so right now, all of my jewels are on here except for, well, I have these. So here, let's look at these if you guys weren't falling around. Whoops. If you guys weren't, well, I didn't realize
we
we're
put it
there.
back on?
Nope, we're
Okay.
good. I'll keep it there. So if you guys weren't following me, let's just do this right now. Let me show you where they go. So these dark red ones are scarlet, and there's 6 of them. These are the dark red ones that I put right there.
Yeah, those
Okay.
aren't really showing, but yeah.
So those were the red ones. The peachy looking big ones go here. Those peachy looking big ones go here. Then we have medium peachy ones right here. They're going to go in the center of these hearts, which I'm still going to do. Then we have these 3mm peaches that go right at the end there. And of course my yellows are on the yellows, and you know where your big ones go. So if you need me to repeat any of that, I will. Now the rest of those white ones are going to go on the base of your card, which we will do here in a hot second. I don't know why I'm so emotional. My God. This is like the
It's been an emotional week,
second
though.
time
2
I
days.
teared up. I didn't even tear up when I hit the, $2,700.
Because nobody was sitting with you.
That's because I didn't want anyone to come over. I wanted to just show you the
I
piece of
know.
paper. Am I still in frame?
You are.
Okay. So is everyone good with the jewels here? We're going to make the card base here in a hot second.
I agree, Alicia. It is a great mission. That
What do you
he's doing.
say? Oh,
She
it
just
is.
said it's a great mission, and life
I
is
just
too
like
short.
it, and again, it's It's not like I have anything against research. Research is fine. I like you go to craft camp. I just like that, you're getting things into, I have one of my old Girl Scouts. She used to give like little, I hope you have a good day cards. Like she would go through the McDonald's drive-thru and hand somebody a, hope you're having a good day card or smile, you're beautiful, and that type of thing.
My daughter does stickers
kinda
that says
cool.
you are beautiful. She hands them out all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay, so you have, let's do the card base. So you have two different, the change will make me emotional. Carol, I think I went through the change like 10 years ago, but thank you. The change will make me emotional. Oh my God, soul of biting dog, trust me. I don't care which one you pick, so whichever one you want to pick, that's what you're going to use for the base, and then we're going to cut apart the other one. So I'm just going to pick this. I'm going to use this one as the base. My card opens from right to left, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. But I do have some good stories coming up. Oh, I have the best story of my life coming up, actually. Actually, this is the one I'm going to call my sister on. It's going to be a good story once we get to the other card, because we're going to have some time to cut once we get cutting. Okay. So now, you see how that's just a plain Jane thing? You okay?
Yeah.
And then I have some extra flowers here.
What's the name of this paper?
This is from,
Posies.
is a Posy pastel. I don't know. I swear when we sit back here we get dumb.
Right.
I don't.
have no idea.
Right, I don't know.
And
Somebody-
Tracy says she was short one jewel, the medium peach.
Tracy, all you have to do is email us and let us know that, and we'll send that to you. Okay, so I want to. We're going to cut out these flowers. And it doesn't matter if you have full ones or half ones. I'm going to start with this one right here. And you're just going to sloppily cut this. I'm going to try to stay on the yellow, but if I go off on the yellow, I'm kind of good. Actually, I may give this border. Maybe I do want some border. A little bit of an orange. Yeah, I do want some orange on there. I'm not going to go, am I in frame?
Yes.
I'm not going to go all the way down.
You might want to click, because it's focused on the lower page and not the top one. There you go.
And I just want 3 different ones, because we're going to put a big one in the bottom right, half one in the top left.
Kathy says you need to write the paper names on the instruction
You
sheet.
know what? I really should, Kathy. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. So this one I'm probably going to put here. Maybe pop that up. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there so you see I'm going there. Where was that other one right here? This one.
Carolyn, no, we're at her house doing the live. She's wondering if we took the equipment to Spring Blake.
Oh, God, no. This one, do you see a... You don't see a paper cutter here anywhere, do you? My little handheld.
Is it on your desk, maybe?
If it is, grab it. If not, don't worry about it. I'll try to cut a straight edge, but I don't know if I can. Oh, this actually, the Father Andrew is a great story. I seriously, that is a great story. But this next story is, this next story brought people out of their seats at Spring Bling. It was, and I hope to God Justina's watching. Maybe I'll call her. It was the best. It was the best story. Literally, I think of my entire life. Now, if you guys have flat ends here, that's okay, because I want another flat end. I want more of a flat end. So I'm going to, after I cut that, I'm actually going to make this more of a flat end. Not a lot of it, but make this more of a flat end. Like that. Look. I just made that more of a flat end like that. And now I'll put that there.
Justine's like, oh, I'm watching.
Justine, you can leave and I'll tell you when I'm going to play it. Because we're going to be it's going to be on the next card when we start getting cutting. But yeah, Justine, I'll give you maybe like a 2-minute warning so you call you know, Cheryl and your sister,
Have 'em
and
all on.
they could watch too. It seriously was the best time of my life. I'm going to be old and gray sitting on the porch and I'm going to say, God, that was the best time of my life. Do you remember that 10 minutes?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's good. And again, I'm just sloppily cutting this. This doesn't have to be anything neat about this. Now, looking at the way my paper falls, you know, I could stick this on there, but why? I'd just be covering that up. I could stick that on there. So I'm just actually going to cut just a little piece right there. Let's see what half looks like. So I'm going to put this one here popped up. And yeah, I'll put that one right there popped up. Maybe not. Hold on. You know, let's do this.
Maybe this little corner.
Let's get this out of here. And let's see if that looks better. Yeah, I do like that better. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm gonna pop up these two and place this one down. Do whatever looks good though on your end. For example, if you look at my finished card, this one's flat, this guy's flat in the corner, and this one's popped up. But looking at my 6x6 I have here, this one's gonna be flat. These two blend in too much, so I'm gonna pop up these two. Okay? So that's what I'm gonna do on those.
Justine should probably start stretching her face punch.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Oh, she's laying in bed watching. It's going to be like when she watches a good TV show. She's going to fall asleep 2 minutes before we actually play it. Trust me, guys, if you want to laugh, you have to stay with us. And I'm not even saying that because I need the page views. This is going to be... You are going to be laughing like you've never laughed before, ever. It's going to be good.
Is the base paper 12 by 12 or 6 by 6?
It is 12 by 12. So does everybody see that those extra papers that we gave you back there, how easy it's going to be to create that flower with those colors? And they're easy colors. So it's going to be very easy for you also to get a background paper that matches. Very easy. And Robbie, thanks for coming to do this.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for not freezing me out down here.
Well, it is. How is that crop room? That crop room has been like, I'm not kidding, like 84 degrees because the air conditioner has been broke. It's been horrible. Well, they just fixed the air conditioner about 2 hours ago, and it's now freezing in the room. And so all our people who liked it to 88 degrees, they're like, oh my God, this is perfect. And we're all like literally sweating. They're all freezing with blankets and sweatshirts on. And then half the room is like, oh, this feels so good. And right now I could tell you who's laughing and saying, yep, she has that right.
Alicia says it's freezing now.
Okay. Mind focus. Justine, laying in bed watching us. Don't you miss this?
But your pop dotting's not really in.
To be sitting right next to me. I know she's saying, yeah, Jenny.
Tracy said, how hot has it been? It's been what? High 70s, low 80s?
Here? Oh, it's been low 80s, and tomorrow it's supposed to be like 81, 82. We're having we could not, I mean, I seriously, we could not have asked for a better sprinkling all the way around. It's ridiculous.
Leaving for Bunko. Elizabeth says, you know where she can get it. She knows where you can get a nice fleece blanket.
Right. Elizabeth, thanks for busting. You know what? Get Derwin's t-shirts done.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is very happy. Oh, Robbie, we have to go get boxes after this and those t-shirts. Everyone has been very happy with their t-shirts.
Good night, Michelle. She has to work in the morning.
Oh, Michelle, you gotta come back and watch this. Okay, and so we're almost there. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna pop this up, and I'm gonna show you where those other jewels go. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a card done. What time is it?
It is 9:25, so we definitely went past the 45 minutes. But we
Yeah,
had
we did.
prom thing,
We did,
had-
and I'm actually have jewels on this card, and
right. So we're good.
but you could see what I mean. How easy that card was.
Jean said it was 95 in Connecticut today.
Really.
And it's got to be unseasonably warm for them. I don't know why that squeaks when it closes.
Oh, I thought you meant your chair. I'm like, no, it always
No,
squeaks.
it was the water bottle.
So are we getting pancakes tonight?
Something.
Is the IHOP open 24
That's
hours?
what it says.
Oh, it does say that?
It
'Cause
says it online.
oh my god, I'm going to be dead tomorrow.
So Kathy says, did they get the special T-shirts or just the regular fancier ones?
They got special t-shirts. If you went to the warehouse, you got special t-shirts. Well, you could buy special t-shirts. And because they came to Spring Bling, they got another special t-shirt. Okay, so now you have, and I'm just going to finish this. Now you have all these extra 3mm jewels. What do I do with them? This is what you do with them. And actually, maybe I won't do this. Maybe I'll go on to them. No, I'll do it. No, I'm going to go on. Look, everyone look up. This is what you're going to do. Because, I took a picture. So this is what you're going to do. The 3mm jewels, you're going to put them in every single one of the yellow daisies going down this card. Okay, does everyone see that? The yellow daisy's there. If you have a daisy sticking out your top, go ahead and stick one in there. But not the white daisies, the yellow daisies. Got it? And then you have 15 left. So on 5 flowers, I want you to put them just on the inside. So like I have 3 there, I have 3 there, I have 3 there, I have 3 there, and I have 3 there. So just give it just a little added touch. So there's jewels all over your card. Yeah, you can see that really good. 3 there, 3 there, 3 there, 3 there. And I just, top, side, bottom, top, bottom.
Christine would like to know if you will
Okay.
list the jewel color and locations once more.
Yes. So let's do that real quick. Okay. So this is your biggest one. You only have one. Big, big, big. And then you got to step down. Other big ones right there. These outside ones, these are scarlet. These are your red looking ones. These are red. Inside here on the yellow is yellow. And then you have, I believe it's Parabidacea. Is it?
Looks like it.
You have 3 sizes. The big ones, go right here. The smallest ones go in between on the yellows on the top. And then the medium-sized ones go up here. Okay? Do we have it? Perfect. It's a nice card, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
It's nice and super, super, super easy. Okay, so I don't know why. Someone has to stop me. I always open up my jewels.
And you don't have a bag to put in.
No, and then I cut them open. And then, yeah, it's ridiculous. So you could put that there.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's do this one. This one's going to take a little bit of time. But we have nothing but time, right? Kidding, but we kind of, I don't know. Okay.
This is funny. You have all these paper cups full of jewels.
The what? Oh, I know. I do. Everywhere. I know. So let's go ahead and take out this. Oh, no, not this. Boy, that just scared the heck out of me. I was like, that is not as many papers as you need. So let's go ahead and take out. There was not a jewel today because we are so far behind. We still have to count Violet from 2 weeks ago. So new jewel hopefully will come out next week. But if I was a budding girl, I was going to say it's the week after. Because we need to get 407 done and in the mail.
And you leave for St. Louis.
And we leave for St. Louis, yeah. So you can tell right here by the amount of paper we have how well, it's not a hard card. I'm going to take that back. It's not a hard card. But I will tell you, in this card, you're going to be able to make lots of different cards other than the one that we're doing right now. So other than the one we're doing right now, you're going to be able to make lots of different cards. So I just want to make sure I have all those things there. So go ahead and take your papers that are stamped on, okay? And let's put those to the side. So all the ones that are stamped on, put those to the side. Because let's do our base first. Because once you guys get going, you'll be able to get this very easily. So you may or may not have your strips down here. If you have your strips down there, you're going to have to cut them off. So let me go ahead and do that now. I know you have brought me the cutter, didn't you?
I did.
Here it is.
Well, at least you know what paper pack that one is.
That's true.
Because it's
Well, this is
it's on
just the
white
base,
paper.
right?
I know, but it's on the
Exactly. And remember, we do have to stop at the warehouse after this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Try to remember.
So, the one that goes on the base is your circle. And I don't care if it goes on this way, this way, this way. I don't care. So, go ahead and let's adhere your circle, because you have circle and the squiggles. Go ahead and adhere your the circle one onto the base of your card. And I do have this opening up from left to right. These are still New Year's Eve names.
Are they? We're
Yes.
still going through them? Wow. It's a lot of names.
It is. It's ridiculous. I still did not bring my bread tape runner in here. I'm just telling you, Justine's gonna fall asleep before we get to the story. We're almost there. Once we get cutting, this will be a good story to tell as you guys are cutting, trust me.
And is this the story you're calling your sister for?
Oh, I'm definitely calling my sister. I may call people we graduated with.
Get a conference call on all of them?
Oh yeah, this is. Yeah, seriously, I think this is my most favorite video of all time. Okay, so now I did not like, and I know you're gonna be like, well, this is kind of like going. You didn't have to do all this, but I didn't like what I saw. So with this paper, here's the card again. Okay, here's my finished card. This did not look good, and I didn't have a way to offset this. It just, everything looks great like this, but I just need to offset it better. So I gave you this paper, okay, because we're going to tear it. We're going to tear it towards us because I want the white to show, but you're going to tear it so you have a corner, and you have a corner here. And then this whole piece is going to get popped up. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to tear it towards me because I want white to show. And don't go to this corner, go to out here, okay? Tear it, no rhyme or reason, and then the other side. Tear, I still want my full corner. Just like that. And then I want you to go ahead and let's put pop dots underneath that. And I'm not going to put as many pop dots because, boy, do I have strips? This is... Half the class is saying, oh, I hope she has strips. The other half is saying, I hope she doesn't. Rowan, so you missing your friend Justine, huh?
Probably.
She did have a bone tonight. Now, see, look how nice she's laying there.
She is.
Doesn't look like a mean dog. But she is. What is this? Microphone. I don't have the strips. I need to get strips here, too.
Oh, you don't have any in your...
No. But I won't go crazy. I'll just put them on, you know, sporadically. Okay, and as I'm putting this on, I'm going to start my story, okay? Whoops, because the story
There you go.
evolves, okay? So, actually, let's call Nancy.
Elizabeth says that Rooney's tired from her little adventure.
I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Justine, as Elizabeth was bringing Rooney home again today. I guess she was putting them in the car and Rooney ran out. She took off again around the building. Elizabeth had to get in the car and go get her with treats at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Oh, Nancy's not going to pick up? Oh, you got to be kidding me. She's probably at the islands drunk. Nope, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it didn't go to voicemail or anything, did it?
No. Okay, so this is the story. And I gotta tell you a story to get to the story that I need to tell you, and then we're gonna go back to that same story, okay? So, and I'm so bad at this because I can't pronounce her name.
I can't dive in.
I know, it's so bad. And right now she's screaming her name. We have this customer. We'll call her we'll call it's like Sirius, and everyone right now at the crowd room's like, no, it's we'll call her Sue, but it's like Sirius DeMoss. So I'm gonna start way back. So, and actually, Sirius, I don't even know how we met you. How did you meet Stamp-listic? How did we meet you? I'd like to know that. So probably about, and I could be off, but close enough. Probably about, I'm gonna say 3 months ago, we start getting these phone calls from this lady called in Florida. She's from Florida, Cerise DeMoss, and she is not from. Where's she from?
Spain.
Spain. She's from Spain, so she has a little bit of an accent. And here we go, guys. I put my pop dots there. So go ahead and put down your card base, but make sure it lines up from corner to corner, okay? So as you know, Peggy answers the phone all the time. So she's been calling us for the last 2 months, maybe 3. She always tends to call at the end of the day. A little bit of a hard accent, but she keeps calling us because she is completely blind. She has no vision at all.
No light, no
And
anything.
hold on, just let me just. She has no vision whatsoever, and so she has questions on how to find videos, how to look things up, and she calls she's not a pest. She calls all the time, though, asking these questions. And Peggy is so gracious and takes her time and talks to her. Well, she signed up for Spring Bling. I guess it had to be longer than 2 months ago. She signed up for Spring Bling, so internally we're thinking, well, how does a blind person come to Spring Bling? And she lives in Florida. Okay, so how does all this happen? She registered by herself, and we know nothing about her other than, she says she's blind. So we're thinking, okay, maybe she can see something, because, how are you going to... how do you even do our crafts? But she buys all our class kits and she crafts with us, etc., etc. And we're thinking maybe she's blind and she, just moves her hands way up to her eyes, and cuts that way to see. So we're guessing this is the case, but we're really interested to meet this girl because we just don't understand how she makes our cards especially. So. Long story very short, and I could go on with that. She comes to the crop, and she's she's almost like Father Andrew in a way. That she's just very outgoing, very charismatic. How do I say the word? I'm saying that wrong. Charismatic.
Charismatic.
She's very charismatic, very outgoing. And I'll be honest with her, she was the second person where we thought, and our customers, oh, this person's going to drive us nuts. Anything but. She is just a fantastic person. Peggy has spoken with her, like I said, for months on end, and this does not match, so I'm going to see if I could bend it like that. Months on end, so actually, when she got to the crop, she was so excited to see Peggy and give her a big hug because she's talked to Peggy for so long, and she's just awesome. So we'll get... she's outgoing, she's fun, you can put this up on me if you want. She's just all those things. They're not on me, but picture in picture.
Yeah,
she's just all these things. And when she gets there, we then learn that she is completely blind, that she can't even see light, so no light and dark. So then our theory of, okay, she goes close to her, hands or eyes and cuts is totally out of the question, because she can't see at all. And... I don't know how old she is, maybe mid-40s, I'm guessing. She could be mid-30s, I don't know. But she lost her vision 14 years ago with a freak accident. Someone hit her on a scooter, she fell over, knocked her head, and that was it. She was blind the rest of her life. Not even light or dark. And she was a photographer, too. She did many things, but one thing that she did was she was a photographer, and actually she was a photographer. She took a lot of Celine Dion's pictures, and Celine was actually the person that brought her over to the States. And this is where I have to stop my story because I have to go on to a teaching moment. So we're going to hold that story here for a second. So this is what I need everyone to do. You're going to go back to these pieces. And you're going to put this green piece that has 2 of them to the side. We don't need this piece. But what I want you to do is I want you to look through your pieces. Oh, you're going to put the green piece away. And then you have a white sparkle piece. It's not cardstock. It's that white text weight paper. That's going to go to the side. So do not have this and do not have that green piece, okay? So everything else is right there. Got it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's like The Jerk, where I'm leaving and I'm just taking, what do you say, my VCR.
Right.
No,
Oh,
I'm
wait.
leaving and I'm taking my VCR in my chair. So I'm sorry, so you need this blue piece too. So I want you to take out this blue piece that has nothing on it, okay? So this blue, it has this on the back, this yellow, not yellow, oh my gosh, this white piece, and then this green piece. So these three pieces I want out. Does everyone see that? I don't want to confuse anybody. Because once we get going on this, it's going to be pretty easy. So this blue piece, that's not sparkly, but that text weight white, and then the green. Those go to the side. Now you're left with, I want to say 16.
Wow.
Okay, I don't know why we have that. Okay. So,
So now I'm leaving with.
right. So now we need you to take the other blue piece out. So now you have 4 pieces. This is exactly like The Jerk. Oh my God! I don't know if you've ever seen The Jerk, but if you haven't, and you have seen it, this is very
on the
funny.
back of the blue piece.
It's
So
the
look,
dark blue.
yeah.
Yes, it's dark blue. Oh my God! So now, okay, this is my final answer. So now you're taking out both blue pieces with the blue on the back. Both blue pieces. Your white text weight paper.
And you're.
And your green paper. I swear to God, that's it. Oh my God, that is so funny. So this is what you take out, okay? 4 pieces, blue, white, and green, okay? So now you should be left with, I think, 16 pieces of paper. Yes, you are. Perfect. So this may be the hardest part of the card. Who cares what I do? Just do this your way, okay? Seriously. Don't make a big deal about this because, again, all this is going to match. I need you to put these pieces in order that you think they'd go. So I'm going to start with my gray, and I'm going to go from there. So there's my gray. And, again, you just put them in the order that they think that they go. I'm going to go to that. And I'm going to say them because I don't want you to follow me. I just want you to do that yourself on your end. But just however you think it matches. You may have to squeeze things in. Oh, it doesn't matter. But just line them up. And again, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because it really doesn't matter. Just do it. It just does not matter. It's green.
Kathy says she has 15 left.
You shouldn't. You really fan them out a little bit more, Kathy. You really should have 16. Let's do... Again, it does not matter. Maybe I'll bring it back to yellow. That's good, huh? Slide this in here. Tell me if you still have 15 after you recount, Kath. Put that into there. Yeah, that's good. That looks good enough, no?
Yep.
Again, some of these are going to be different. It's okay. I'm spitting everywhere. So I'll give you about 15 more seconds just to put them in order. Yes, I do. But in order of, how'd you know? But in order of, however you see them laid out. So you should have 15 and just put them in whatever type of order that you think that they go in, color-wise. And there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. If there was, I would tell you, but there's no right or wrong. Oh my God, that's so funny. You only need to take out this paper. I can't, if I wrote a script, I couldn't write it like that. And honestly, you guys who are hanging around, if you really don't want to hang around, you got to hang around because we're so close to the funniest story you'll ever see in your life. Okay, are we good?
I think so.
Okay. So let's just fold those back up because now you have them in their order. And we're going to actually put those to the side. Let's take out one of your blue papers in that stack that I said to put to the side. And let's just cut this out. This is going to match nothing. Do not worry about this piece matching. This is going to be your base, and every single piece on this base is going to be covered. So do not worry about this.
Kathy says still only 15.
Okay, Kathy. It's going to be very hard for us to know which one you're missing, so we probably will just have to send you out one of everything. I would say you probably could still put this card together very easily and then just squeeze that in wherever. But if you just want to do the cutting and laying out, we'll get that piece in the mail to you on Monday where you can finish it, so it's your call.
And where Donna says, is it 15 or 16? She has 16.
It is 16. We're only saying 15 because it's Kathy. No, it's 16. Okay, but right now you're cutting out that blue piece. And again, you are going to be able to make this card twice. We didn't give you the jewels, but you sure enough have enough paper. And we even went a step further and gave you 2 extra pieces so you could make this card twice. Actually, so you could make this card at least twice. Okay? Easy cut because they're nice black thick lines. This one, Robbie, I might want my X machine. Please. It should be, and if it's not, I should maybe have a refill behind me and that thing behind me. But Kathy, you're going to have to email us so we can remember that. I'm going to tell you, Spring Bling started on Monday. It is freaking Friday night. And this week has flown by. Spring Bling is the fastest week ever in the history of weeks. It's ridiculous how fast it goes by.
There's a lot on here, but I brought a refill just in case.
Oh, good. Oh, so you found an X?
Uh-huh.
Good.
The pretty pink one.
Perfect. So again, this is going to be your base. This is going to match nothing. And who cares what color we're going to start with, because we're going to hide all this anyhow. So I'm going to go ahead and outline this right away, because we're going to start right away. Justini, are you still with us? This probably was one of the hardest kits to
She only
pack.
has 15 also,
I see
so
that.
yeah. Do you want to stay in picture? You want me to move it?
Sure, you could go. You could move it.
Okay.
Is Justine still with us?
Yep.
Oh boy. Justine, are you all packed and ready to go? As you're driving by at 3 o'clock, you probably could stop at the IHOP. We might be there. And just like I told everybody, I gave Justine her pillowcase.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Here's a pillowcase."
You
And
haven't told
she was like,
anybody else yet.
"Why do you want that?" Or she goes, "Why do I want that?"
She says yes, she's packed.
Okay. So here we go. I think a lot of you know what we're going to do at this point. Okay, so we are going to start with whichever one is your top one, okay? So whichever one is your top one. Mine just happens to be pink. So whichever one my top one is, and actually I'm going to put these all in the same direction. So I'm going to line these up. Look, this is actually pretty important too. So I have my stack right here. So this right here is my top right here, and I see that shape right there, and I see that shape, and I see that shape. I want to make sure that all my shapes are going the same way. So that's the same shape. That's the same shape. That's the same. Nope, that is not the same shape. So I need to turn this one around. So you only have to turn it, it's going to be right, or you have to turn it a full 180 degrees. So that's right now. That is right. So I want them all to be going the same way. Does that make sense to everybody? Am I in focus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is right. That's right. That's not. So I have them all going the same way. No, good. Good. Now good. 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 Does everyone get it? Good. Flip. And flip. Okay. So now they should all be going the same way. Are we all good? Okay, so I'm going to start, actually I'm going to start from the bottom. Oh, so now I got to find out where this starts. I got to make sure that this is, I have this. I need to match this up. I think it's right there. Yep. So this piece matches that piece. So everyone's here. Let me go to Craft Cam real quick.
Craft Cam or Joel Cam?
Joel Cam, sorry, I always say that. Justine's like, not so easy, is it, Robbie? Okay, so I want to make sure that, because I'm going to start on my stack at this bottommost piece right here. And I don't care if you, I don't care where you start, but this is where I'm going to start. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
This is where I'm going to start. So I want to make sure that when I cut this out, that I go exactly where I need to on my base. So that's why I match that up. So I'm going to make an X there. That's where I'm going to start. And once I know my starting position, then I'm going to be good going all the way around. Okay, does that make sense? Make sure that that matches that. Okay, go back up on Craft Cam, please. So now I know on this one, I'm just going to start right here. And I'm going to cut this out, yes.
You should probably hit it. Click.
Okay.
There you go.
This out.
I was trying to see if it would focus itself, but
But you're going to see how in a second how you're going to have lots of things. Okay, now just because we're doing it this way, I am going to outline. I'm going to outline these and then put them through. I might just line them up next time.
is this your next one or the top of the medallion?
I'm not sure what you're asking, Sean. So, this right here is the blue piece that is not part of your stack. This was the blue piece that's not part of your stack. This was in that Steve Martin pile, the 4 you had to pull. So this is the one you had to pull here. So I know I'm starting at the bottom there, right here. So I matched it up to here. And for this one, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna put it right on. So I'm gonna do this and put this right on. And because I already matched up, I know it's the same thing. It's gonna go right here. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this piece. This is important. I'm gonna take this piece where I just cut this out of and turn this upside down because we're gonna have to go back to that piece, and I want them to stay in order. Okay. Very important they stay in order. So now my next piece I have to go to, and I'm not going to move this because I'm started with my bottom stack, and this was the one I started with. You could start it with the top. So this is all flat. Yes, all flat. All flat. So this is my one I cut there. So now, remember, this is where I started. That's that piece. This is my next piece. So I'm going to go the one over. So I want to cut out this one. So I'm going to cut this one out, which is 1 over. And don't get too crazy. Don't cut into this flower. Very important. Everyone pay attention to this. I just want this piece cut out. Do not cut into these flowers because we're going to have to go back and get a middle piece of this flower. But it's not going to be this flower. It's going to be the next flower over. But as long as you just cut this piece out, even if you snip off this end right there, that's okay.
Oh, Dawn,
Okay?
that sucks. Or Deborah, that sucks.
I just found my paper and can't find my piece. Deborah, pick another thing then. Then turn your whole stack over. That's okay. Turn your whole stack over and just start again. Because I'm telling you, the only thing you're going to need on this whole piece is this piece and one of these pieces. Everything else is extra. This is what I'm saying. You can make more. So literally from here, all the way over here is going to be extra paper. So that's why you're going to be able to make a couple of these, okay? So I cut that one out. I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to outline this. And then I'm going to put it on. But I think going forward, I'm going to outline and just put it in my Xyron and then put them on as we go along. Are you bored? Oh, crap.
My hips hurting a little.
Oh, yeah. Justine doesn't know what that means. She bounces up off the chair. I walk up like an old lady. Actually, just let me put this on. Remember, I'm going this way. So you just go whichever way you're going. Meaning, I'm not going to take the second piece I just did and put it here or here or here. I'm just going to keep turning my flower and I'm going to go next. Okay. And then, if I have that done like that, then I pick up my next one, and I cut that one out already. I cut that one already, so I need to cut out this one. Does everybody understand this?
Elena wants to know if there were crystals on sale last week.
No crystals on sale last week or this week. We just are trying to catch up. We're still stuck on our violet. As soon as we get caught up, we'll get them out. Again, I'm going to turn this upside down. I'm going to outline this. Okay, so is everybody good? Does everyone? And we're going to do this all the way around. If everyone gets this, I can continue my story.
I was gonna say story time.
And now I'm just going to keep that in there. I'm going to do 3 at a time. Let me get this out of here because I'm doing...
You need a smaller piece of paper?
I do here. Let me do this. Okay. So I did that. Now I'm going to get confused because I'm going to do...
Oh, yeah, because it's still in there.
Yeah, I am just going to do it, or else I'm going to get confused. Okay, so let's go back to the blind lady. So the blind lady gets there, and she's just outgoing. She's nice. She's friendly. She's making friends. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I don't think she's blind. I really think that she's a Dateline ploy that, you know, Keith Morrison's going to come out on Sunday and be like, well, we just want to, you know, put her in there to see how you guys would, you know, be with a blind person. I mean, we'll get to that. I'm jumping ahead. So anyhow, so this had to be, day 2? You know, she's talking to Justine and I, and she's getting to know us, and, you know, she says to Justine, well, explain, you know, what you look like. And, you know, everybody around us kind of like laughs a little bit because, you know, Justine, you got that hair factor, and, well, really, that's about it. But she describes herself. And I don't even know how we talked about the hair, but someone brought up the hair, and, you know, we said it's short and very hairspray-y. And I told Justine, I said, I will give you $20 if you let her touch your hair. Now, if you know anything about us and Justine going, you know, from 2.5 years ago, you know 2 things. That you don't touch Justine's hair. She doesn't go swimming because she doesn't like her hair touched. I don't know how she ever made love. I don't think Al ever put his fingers through her hair. You just don't touch her hair. An umbrella, if it's a sight of rain. Umbrella she brings when we go on trips. She packs it in a suitcase. I mean, everything revolves around this hair. She will not leave her...
Kathy says she's found. She counted again, and she did have 2 stuck.
I knew she did.
Right?
I knew she did, but that's good. Thank you, Kathy.
Justine's like, I don't know. It's probably there.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. We all knew it was there. So anyhow, we all know about Justine's hair. Am I correct? So I told Justine, I said, I will give you $20 if you let her, you know, touch your face and touch your hair, so you could see, because she's blind, so she could see what you look like. And at this time, you could tell people around us are kind of like perking up, like, yeah. What? So Justine said, well, actually in a low whisper, she goes, well, I don't want her to run her fingers through my hair. Well, you can't run your fingers through her hair because you would get stuck because it's that much.
Impaled?
Yeah, and it's too much hairspray. So for $20, which was the best friggin' $20 I've ever spent in my entire life, the blind lady was able to run her fingers through Justine's hair, and I happened to tape it. And this is going to be, you may want to put your scissors down, this may be the funniest video that you ever see. Let me try to get to it. God, in fact, when I tried to see if I had it today, I said, oh my God, I think I lost it. And she goes, oh, I hope this is like Magic Mike, and you did. Meaning, like, her getting on stage was totally lost. Okay, hold on. God, I hope this... Okay, there's a lot of people in this. Okay, hold on. Here we go. This is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so let me see if I can get this so everyone can see it. So this is going to be very funny. Okay, so everyone can see this, right? And you can see in the background, I've called Peggy over. Because this is very important for Peggy to be here, because this is unbelievable. Like, what you have to witness has never been seen before in the history of anything. So Peggy's over here, and that's Jill Chapman right there in the pink. And then, of course, you have Robbie in the back. But we're going to have many more people surrounding us here in a second because what you're about to see is unbelievable. And, of course, this is our Justine, and that's our blind lady who we really don't think is blind after all. So hopefully you will be here. We're going to be quiet at this point because hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio in this too, okay? So for those of you who are cutting, you may want to stop for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Here we go. Go ahead. You have 2 hands. Make it delicate. I can't wait to see. I can't wait for you to feel the reaction. Oh, Justine hates this. Can you guys hear Justine in the video? Whoops. Jesus, I don't. It's like you're sculpting her. It's crunchy, isn't it? Yeah. Go all the way up. It's crunchy all the way up. So what is funny about this? Right here, right here, Justine, right there. She hates me right now. Right there, Justine has a part right there. Okay, it is parted right here. Where when she touched this, she goes, "Oh, what's this?
What happened here?
Oh, what happened here?" That's what she said. Oh, what happened here? But this is what Justine takes several minutes every morning to make sure is perfect. The curl down at the bottom and then the curl up this way. And then there is like a little divot there, but that's what she's sitting right there. So it gets so funny. I swear to God, Justine could have made $100 on this because I didn't even think Barbara Kavanaugh said, I'll even throw in another 20, but she caved at $20 and allowed this to happen for $20.
She was saying it dips in.
It's there. What happened right there? That is planning right there. That's a part. Same thing on the other side. Middle of dips. That's it. Oh my God. That's so fantastic. It was fantastic in every single way. I don't know if you guys are laughing or not, but it was the most
so
funny.
funny.
It was probably the funniest thing so far at the thing. Yes, Tammy, she was about to pee herself. That's why she was just holding her mouth.
Because
She was laughing so hard it hurt to have to laugh any longer. So funny. Oh my God, it was hilarious. I could replay that again, maybe next Friday or in 2 weeks we'll replay it again because it is just one of the funniest things you'll ever want to see. And if you know Justine, that, you just can't touch her hair. Everyone knows that.
It was like, you made my night, you made my week.
Uh-huh.
Everybody, all the hearts and the laughs.
It's hilarious. So anyhow, then let's, it's still funny. Oh my God. So then anyhow, so let's talk about our blind lady now, okay? So we're like, and we're still kind of comprehensive. What the hell am I saying? We're still a little bit, what's the word I'm looking
Suspicious.
for? Thank you. Because we really don't know how the heck she's going to make these cards, okay? And she makes our cards, okay? So she has these glasses, and she was wearing them right now when she was talking with Justine. And if you're listening to us, Sue, Miss DeMoss, Sorayas, I can't say her name right, so I apologize. I'm going to say this wrong, I'm sure. Oops, I thought I just did this wrong, and I didn't. I know I'm going to say this wrong, but it generally, in a nutshell, her glasses, like she wears these glasses and she looks at the project. And the glasses say, start wherever, or she would put her scissors someplace, and it would tell her in her ear, in these glasses, where to go, like how many lines in or where to start, and she could feel too where to go. So it'll tell her where to go, and then it kind of tells her, I don't even know how to explain this.
But it describes everything on that page.
Yeah, it describes everything on this page and exactly where to cut. It sounds as complicated as...
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. She is the most unbelievable person I've ever met in my entire life. So, I mean, like, she truly is the most unbelievable person I've ever seen. So she does all of this. So we can't wait to see her card. Let me get both of those. So I'm going to show you my card that I made. So this is my card that I made. So everyone need to look up. So this is one, and no, you can't buy this. No, you da-da-da. This is just a Spring Bling card. And yes, this has 8mm and filled with 7mm crystals. But this is the card right here, okay? Does everyone see this? And yes, it's Maltese cross. So if you put it on, it's the cross. And yes, I think I'm going to make this for Father Andrew. I think this is what we're going to do, the card that we're going to send to him. So this is my card. Everyone see this, correct? This is important. This is my card. This is the blind lady's card, this took her maybe 2 hours longer than anybody else.
Maybe 2 hours, but probably maybe not. Maybe,
maybe
a little less.
Yeah,
than
maybe,
two.
I would say maybe a little bit less, okay?
Yeah, but somewhere around there.
Yeah, so my card, here is her card. Completely blind, completely, not even, no vision. So we see this, and we're like, there's no way that you're blind. Now, I'm not picking on things, but I want you to look at her black outlines. This black outline right here, I mean, look, she only has a couple places where she came in. These are thin lines. Nobody helped her cut this. No one told her what to do. She listened to my directions. She wore her glasses that tells her where to cut. She put all these jewels on by herself, by feel. This is the most amazing thing you will ever see in your entire life. I can't, if someone showed me this, I wouldn't believe it either. I totally, 1,000% agree with Robbie. If you didn't see this, you absolutely would not know this. In fact, she knows, this was the first day, she knew from where she was sitting how many steps it took to get to me, how many steps it took to get to the bathroom, how many steps it took to the water. I mean, she gets out of her chair and she runs to us when we say something funny or do something funny. And I mean, she hasn't even tripped. 3 people already tripped and fell this week. She hasn't tripped and fell at all.
Right.
But I mean, this is crazy. And then to boot, so both of these cards were laying there right before we left to come here. Both of these cards were laying here, and she was talking about her card, and she literally does this. Oh, that's not my card. This one's my card. And it was that fast. It wasn't this or this. It was, oh, this one's my card. I said, how would you know that? And yes, I know when blind people are blind, all the extensions are heightened. But this girl is just amazing. She goes, I know because this right here, this silver paper is a finger's width. Mine's not. And then her ruler she didn't put to the side, and mine is. Other than that, it's exactly the same.
And just a quick touch told her all
that was it. That's all she did. Yeah. Oh, this is my card. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I had to show you this because I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. So when people think that life sucks, and and they need to be told that they're important, I mean, 14 years ago she was sighted and she lost her sight. Now she did say it took her about 1 year and 2 months to finally say, okay, I'm ready. But I'm telling you, this lady is more unbelievable than half the people I know in my life. She is, and she's just
very inspirational.
Oh,
very.
She's fantastic.
I was amazed.
Can't even say enough of her
Day
about
one,
her.
when that little cap off the glue.
Oh yeah, tell
fell.
people this.
Yeah. So a little, those little lids, a little plastic cap fell onto the floor under the table.
A carpeted floor.
Correct. She pushes her chair back, she bends over, and she picks up that cap.
Yep.
Doesn't feel for it. She picks up that cap. And I'm like, how did you just do that? And she's like, I heard it. I knew right where it was. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
So it's almost embarrassing because
Right.
I really do think we're being punked. I mean, I really do. It's crazy. It's just absolutely amazing. So honestly, if Keith Morrison walks in on Sunday, I'm going to shower and wear my full set of makeup because I'm really expecting it. And it's and she goes to she's from Florida, and did she say this was the first time she flew by herself or flew up here?
I think it was the first time she's flown by herself.
Yeah.
Right.
It comes to a crop.
And she was a little afraid.
Yes, she comes to a crop where she knows nobody, and actually rooming with Kelly from California, who was coming up and needed a roommate, and so they connected on the Fanster page and said, yeah, we'll room with each other. So she's coming up blind, rooming with someone she has no idea who it is, and vice versa, but at least Kelly can see. She can't. Coming to a crop, it's just the whole story is just, it's just incredible. I just can't say enough about her. And I know I'm sure she's like, enough, but you can't say enough about this person. She needs to be going to schools and universities, and I mean, it's crazy. I mean, she's cutting better than some people cut. I mean,
Just talking to her.
Yes.
Oh, you should. I mean,
And she's funny too. It's not even like.
well, and the painting she did.
Oh yeah. That's right. So the first day, she was saying that she paints. We're like, okay, right. Can't wait to see what this looks like. I mean, it's all going through her heads. I'm not saying anything that's not going through her heads. So she literally, okay, and this is another thing. She literally picks up her phone. She goes to her camera, and you see her just count da 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 da. It's not like two in.
Right.
It's da 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 da. Boom! Here's my painting, and she shows us her phone. So she literally just does the whole thing. She knows where all the pictures are in her wallet. I mean, in her camera. She shows us this painting. What was the painting? It was. What was it?
Was it Picasso?
No. Was it? Do we even know? Was it? No. Not what it was, but the medium that she used.
Oh, yeah. It was just a mixed media. Yeah. So I don't know the actual.
It was. Sarah, I'm telling you, we are gullible. Seriously, this person.
Right.
You would be amazed. You would be blown away, Sarah. You'd be blown away. This painting was. I mean, she shows this painting, like the whole room, like got quiet. Well, around us got quiet. Like what? I mean, and that's right, and that's when we couldn't wait to see, what she did with the cards, because this painting was stunning. I mean, like I really, 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 really want to buy a painting from her.
Right.
And she said she doesn't sell them, but I really, really want to buy a painting from her. I would seriously stick it in the warehouse. It's incredible.
And I do know the glasses are very expensive. She did say that.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I don't know what organization she went through.
I don't know either, but
Right.
yeah, no, the glasses have to be incredible, or just yeah.
I think there's in Florida. I think it's Lighthouse Vision or Lighthouse
Pools and
organization.
Spas?
No, it's
No, I'm kidding. We have a Lighthouse
yeah.
Pools and Spas. Andy, do you want to show them your hand?
I just wrapped it up.
Oh, okay.
I can take it off quick.
Look at him. He is.
You're right.
Does anyone want to see Andy's
They
hand?
don't need to see it.
Well,
Okay.
they're saddened by that. No, I guess we won't have to show them
Right.
that. It's
Well,
it's
if
bad.
he's going to come to the thing tomorrow, people.
Oh,
see
that's
that,
true.
But everybody else.
Well, they know that we're in a very hard situation. But look at her.
Oh, she's like, I'm sorry, Dad.
He went out. So.
Which one? Oh, the little
Like
guy?
that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, good night.
Good night.
Everybody.
They do want to see your hands.
Now?
Well, they're saying yes. He's taking a... Oh, where'd you get the big Band-Aids from?
They bought him.
Oh. I'm going to be back, but very late tonight.
Where I put it at.
right here. Here comes the hand. Oh, it looks so bad.
Yep, bring it down. There you go.
Yeah, there it is, folks. There's the hand. It's nasty. Oops, I didn't.
Right, take a picture of it.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
Everybody's like, "Good night, Andy. Take care."
Good night,
Oh,
And Jacqueline wants to know if the card you shown be available. And
Nope.
if it's that one, no.
the card that we shown is just for Spring Bling.
Good night, Andy.
There's just good nights. There is just oh, I gotta turn this around and start
Yeah.
again. There is just I know it's terrible, isn't it? And what do you do? I mean, we're looking at her right now. She's laying there like a sweet dog.
Right. And she's like, "I'm sorry."
Okay, I'm lost here. Oh, I'm at the top. Here we go.
He seems in good spirits,
Who?
Andy.
He is. I think that's because I called him today
Yeah.
on the way back to the warehouse. And I said, listen, I said, you're being awfully crabby. I said, we are on the same team and I care about you. That's the only reason why I want you to go to the doctor.
Right.
You act like I want you to go do something terrible. I want you to go to the doctor. It's because I care. And I care in case it gets infected. And I think he realized that. So then he got nice.
Crosby, I don't think she wants to play.
But yeah, so no, that's this lady is just fantastic.
She is.
She is. I do want her to make me a painting. I should have given her my card back to her and see if she noticed. Did I cut the wrong piece? I did cut the wrong piece.
Well, then put it.
Yep, no, but that's not the piece I want. I want the piece next to it.
It's a good thing you have extras. Good night, Justine.
Aw, what did she say?
She said, "Good night, Fansters."
Good night, Justine.
Pam Phillips wants to know if there's any kits left for tonight's class.
Oh, very few. I'll try to get this to Elizabeth tonight, but just because of Spring Bling, we really sold a lot. So I'm gonna say maybe 50-ish,
Well, maybe.
but we do have more.
Because you've sold a lot of them at Spring.
No, we have. I know we have. Oh my God. Does anybody want to see the Justine video again? I am kidding, but we may show that again when she's here.
Yeah,
Just to
of
get
course.
her commentary.
Well, and you can hear her
What am I
laughing better.
doing wrong? What do I keep cutting wrong? I don't care. I'm going with it. I don't know why that's wrong. It's still gonna match up, but
We'll put your other one back before you get out
no,
of order.
this one's.
That one.
Oh, that's what I did wrong. Crap. It was out of order, and I didn't put it upside down. That's what it was. Darn it, Robbie. That's
Halfway
exactly
today.
what it was. That's exactly what it was. So that's there. That's what it was. I didn't put it upside down. That's exactly what it was. Okay, so now we're here. Yep, that's what it was.
I almost took a drink of your G2, and I was getting it close. And I smelled it. I'm like, oh, that's not water.
So let's see. Do we have any other stories? That could be the end of story time.
No, I have my text.
Oh, so this is funny. This has nothing to do with Spring Bling, but this is very funny. I'll let you say it, but Robbie was on a I did, Redon, and I just realized it, but you're right. I did. That was the problem. Robbie was texted the other day, and obviously, first of all, it was a group text, and it obviously was not meant for her, so she was just brought in on the group text by accident. And so she is going to read you. This is so funny. She's going to read you the group text, and then what
Did they delete me?
What she replied, no. You still have the text.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this is, obviously Robbie is not on this text. This is the wrong number, but this is a group text, so go ahead.
Right. And this is a mass text where I don't know any of these numbers. Okay. So it says, please join me for a short meeting in room 308. The next person, I'm coming. The next person, it's about DF road issues in Lake Travis. The next person, on my way. And then the next person says, can you grab Brian Vo? So I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to respond to this? So I responded, sorry, team, just found out that Brian is no longer with us.
Crickets.
And nobody replied.
She was taken off the wrong she was taken off the team text.
This could have been. And poor Brian in the meeting is probably like, should I leave? Do I get a severance package?
Oh, I just found out that Brian's no longer there.
Right.
Oh my God. Oh, Kathy, that's a fantastic idea.
Oh, yeah, it could. That could be a new intro in.
Just found out that Brian's no longer with us.
Oh, and then.
Oh,
is that your sister?
Yes. Where have you been? Where?
We went to Applebee's and Macy and I went to Crumble Cookie
Oh.
Oh, so where are you now?
in North Ridgeville.
Are you at home, or you could watch us online real quick?
Yeah. I mean, just on Facebook?
Oh yeah, because we're live on air right now, so you're talking to the people.
Oh, okay.
But the funniest thing,
Earlier.
huh?
I had it up earlier.
Okay.
I heard you. I sing over the priest, and I thought, oh, please, God in heaven, don't have that man be listening.
I don't think he is, but if he is, he has my number.
Flat 741. I don't know.
That's even more disgusting.
Or someone, I don't know what that is either. Kathy, I don't know what that is, what that means. Okay, well, you know how coveted Justine's hair is, correct?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, so this was the funniest thing, and fanciers, you're just gonna have to go with this because this is I want to watch this live, and I called you because we already played this. Well, and
Oh, is this that
Yes.
woman that want to know what she looked like?
yes. So if you could go onto our Fanster live page right now, I'll play it again. It's 2 minutes and 48 seconds, and it's worth watching.
Okay.
In fact, every now and then you may want to just watch it when you get sad.
Is Justine there?
No, she has to go to her niece's wedding in Florida, so she leaves at 3:00 in the morning. So
Naples.
so she got out of there early today.
Now, are you selling raffle tickets to, like, at Justine's hair? Because I would buy those. If
No.
you're giving that money to the church or charity or anything.
No, but you are live on air. No, but we could. What raffle tickets for what?
To touch your hair.
Just to touch her hair.
Oh no, I told her that I'd give her $20 to let this happen, and she said okay. But then she also leaned in and said, "I just don't want her to rub her fingers through my hair." That's
I don't
because
think she could have.
correct. That's because she would have gotten stuck. I said, okay, she could do that. So I'm telling you, people will start offering more money. They would have. She could have walked away easily, I think, with $200 to let this happen. But she just accepted my $20, and which I did give her too, by the way, at the casino. So she accepted my $20, and then she allowed this to happen. So
Did she immediately go back and respray?
She went home.
she went home. That's why. I think that's another reason why she let this happen. Can everyone hear my sister Nancy? She said, did she go home or did she immediately respray? No, she didn't. It's very funny. So tell me when you're up and I'll replay it for you.
Okay, so I think I'm here.
Is everyone, did you see us live on the air? Is everyone still cutting? I don't want you to go on. I just want you to finish this part. Don't go on, but just still cut here. So can you see me here, Nancy?
Are you got the purple and the...
Yeah, I'm cutting like little petals.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so everyone just wait.
Want to do a tip on an orange card?
Here, yes. Here, Robbie, you
okay.
want to do that? Okay, so hold on. Let me put you there. I'm going to keep you live so we could hear you live.
How much did Robbie get to get pet?
No,
I
it
didn't
was
get
just
that.
it was just Justine. Okay, here we go. It's, here it's gonna.
Your fanster didn't care what anybody else but Justine looked like?
Well, she did, but this was the only one that mattered. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me get this back into focus.
Did you ask her if she felt like a daisy?
Oh, I don't think you're gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to hear this because you're on the line. So yeah. So I'm gonna have to hang up, and you're just gonna have to
Watch it.
yeah, watch
We're
it.
on the phone together.
Here, do the next one. I know. So I'm gonna have to hang up. You're gonna have to watch it online.
Okay.
Okay, and Robbie still cut my pieces so we can go on. Okay, so watch it. I'm gonna play it right now. And you can call us back.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Hey.
Okay, so here we go. Here, we'll do this. We'll just start here. Look, this one's here.
Jesus, I don't. It's like you're sculpting her.
If you outline that, I'll
It's
draw.
crunchy, isn't it? Yeah. Go all the way up. It's crunchy all the way up. It's there. What happened right there? That is planning right there. Same thing on the other side.
Okay, that was it. Okay, so fancers, don't worry. We have not. Robbie had finished my last 3 pieces and outlined them and put them through. So
We need to put this.
we're done here in a second. Well, not done, but we're gonna go on the second one. Okay, so here's
right.
Nancy. Hello. Are you laughing?
Are you breathing?
We can't hear you at all.
Oh, I think I pushed my pants.
You think you pooped your pants or peed your pants?
Peed my pants.
I know. Isn't
Oh my god. That is hilarious.
Uh-huh. It is funnier the second time. I agree, Kathy. Yeah.
So funny.
Uh-huh. Did all that for $20. She could have easily had an easy 200.
Who was the fanster that was touching her?
That was our blind lady. Sue Source.
I don't think she's blind. Do you know how many people are just going to come in and pretend they're blind now?
Oh, well, that's what I said. I told her Keith Morrison's going to come in on Sunday like, well, this was a Dateline exclusive. We wanted to see how you guys are going to, treat, an outsider who is blind.
It's a social project.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, I'm convinced of that.
Oh my God! You're still there tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I'm going to bring up a porcupine and I'm going to say it's one of your other workers. And
Oh, my God.
Porky pie.
Okay, gotta go.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
gonna watch it a second time. Okay, so
I watch it every night.
of course she is. Okay, so now back to teaching. Nothing but teaching. Sorry. So remember this blue one that we used it based on? That second blue one? This second blue one is only going to be used if you want to redo this flower to make another card. So if you don't want to use this flower with all this extra paper, you can throw that away. You have 2 greens because if you want to make a second flower, you're going to need a second green. So we were overly nice this time and gave you 2 extra sheets of paper. Ooh, 2 extra sheets of paper. So if you wanted to make a second one, you're going to have that. So these you're going to put to the
Yeah.
side.
My
Okay.
friend who teaches blind people says y'all are being scammed.
I know, we are. So now on this, we need to cut now the second base to do this all over again. So we're going to cut this part right here. And then this part actually is going to be popped too. So let's just cut this green and everyone sees where I'm cutting at. She said she knows the smell of people, which is true, that blind people do have heightened sense on that.
But just, watching her walk from the bus into the stores, I'm like, okay, she's going to miss the step here. She doesn't. She just,
Yeah. 3 people fell this week. She
Right.
wasn't one of them. Thank God I didn't see any of them happen either.
not to mention Misty tripped over her cane.
Did she?
Yeah, 3 times.
Oh, during class.
Right. But we do need to come up with something for the massage door.
So we were laughing so hard today at dinner. We have a guy there doing massages. And actually, he wants to know if he starts at 9. Can you respond back and just text him? Oh, yes, 9 o'clock. I'm sorry. I'm taping something. Just tell him.
Okay.
Tell him I'll send the thing later, but it is definitely 9. So we have this. We bring us masseuse in every time. This is actually very, very funny, too. So he's in a room upstairs. Actually, it's a suite because he brings in his, little table and, he's given hourly massages. And so it's 50 minutes and then, you get up, you get dressed and you leave. And then the next person waits outside and he calls you in when that person actually walks out. And then you come in and you have a massage and then you leave and the next person stand outside. And so we were laughing
Really
today.
disheveled.
Right, we were laughing today that, like the cleaning crew or anybody who's on that floor is watching all these women go up to this
Line up.
room and stand outside and then come out an hour later, all disheveled and like in heaven. Right? And like kind of like an ecstasy a little bit, but they're probably thinking, what is going on in that room? Oh my God, it's so funny.
Elizabeth, me too. Elizabeth, I want the name of the glasses so I can cut my cards out better.
Oh, you're not kidding.
And Kathy, I think she
Yeah,
would normally touch.
Don't worry about that comment.
Yeah.
It's not. It's.
Yeah.
So now on this, we are going to end up popping this piece up, and I'm only telling you this because a couple of you may start. Oops, may start. Oh, I did a straight line though. That's perfect.
But you're covering them, right?
And I am covering them. So this is going to be popped up, and I'm only telling you this because a couple of you may be popping off right now. But I want you to know that this definitely gets popped, okay? So that's going to be popped up on here. Now, let's go back down to Jewel Cam real quick, if you can.
Yep.
Okay, so this is going to end up being popped up on here, but I'm just going to lay this here for right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my whole pack over again. So I'm going to turn my whole pack over again. And I started with pink on the bottom, which was this pink right here. Oh, go back on the craft cam. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was good thinking, but... Okay, so I started with this pink. Let's do it this way. So I started with this pink here. This right here... Let me give you this. Everyone watch this, okay? This right here, these are your green pieces. So you're not cutting these daisies. Can they see this?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not cutting those because that's your green piece that you just cut. So what you're going to do is you're going to go one more in from that, which would be this inner circle. But instead of going down, you're going to go one down and one over. So on this pink one, you're going to cut. So I cut this one out. It's not the next one down. It's the next one over. So I'm going to go here and cut this one out here. Am I focused?
You are. But as you're turning, it's not. So you probably should tap.
And then I don't care because I don't care how you cut it in the middle because we're gonna put a big jewel there. And then outline this. So now your ombre effect is gonna be in the same order as that top piece, but just one removed. Okay, so it's not all over the place. And let me just put this down here so you can see that. Okay. So here is my pink. Everyone see this? Here's my pink. And then here's where I'm going with this. Right there. Okay. So my next one's going to be that color. Next one's going to be that color and all the way around. So now it becomes easy because I see where I cut on my next piece. The hard part we already did. So I'm not going the next one down. I'm going the one in. So I want this guy right over here. But it was important to keep all these in order or else this wouldn't have worked right.
Terry just asked, so every other color, but I think she sees what you're doing now. So. Is the green flat or popped?
The green is popped. The green is ultimately going to be popped. It's actually pretty good. So again, this is going to get easy because I know where I have to cut based on where I already did cut. So this one's going to go here. And don't worry, your middle may look funky, but it's not going to end up being funky.
Scoot up just a little bit. There we go.
Okay, does this make sense to everybody? So again, I'm right here, not here, one over. So you can see how you have all this extra paper. This is why we gave you these extra pieces. And, you know, I'm just going to throw mine away because I'm not going to be able to make a second card. But for those of you who, Misty probably already has 19 pair of earrings.
Right.
With
She's
all the
collected
scraps.
all.
Exactly. Here, I'm going to give those to you to outline if you don't mind.
Okay.
And so again, not there, but one more over. Does everyone get it? So it's kind of something like we did before, but not really. It's a little bit different.
Skip a sheet in between, only 8 petals, 16 colors around the outside. That's Sherry Wadka's.
What did she say?
She says, skip a sheet in between, only 8 petals. You're not skipping anything though.
You're not skipping anything. Instead of cutting the one straight down, you just go one down and one over. And there's 16, there's still 2. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
And show her how you got it down there. Maybe that'll help too.
So here, look, let me take this off of here. Okay. Which way am I going though? I would be going that way. So no, it's going to be the same exact. Or did I just? I think I just cut.
This one's next. That one's next.
Nope, I need that one.
That's this one. Or did you cut the wrong?
I think I cut the wrong one. Nope, there's enough here. So there's 1. Here's 2. And this one was supposed to be 1, 2. It was supposed to be. Where'd it go? Oh, it's this one. I turned them upside down. That's why. Oh, this was this one this was one I screwed up on before. So it's that one. I need that one.
Okay.
Right? Yes, that's the one I need. This is the one I screwed up before. But no, there's 16. You shouldn't skip a sheet. It should be the same one all the way around. The one that Robbie's cutting for me right now is the one that I screwed up in the beginning at and just laid it down.
Oh, I just screwed this one up.
So I want the same color. How'd you screw it up?
I just cut the black line off.
I could add the black line in.
You can.
So Sherry, do you see?
See.
Do you see where I'm talking about? Does it make sense now or no? I don't think I did anything wrong. Normally Sherry is the one that stops me when I really do something wrong.
Yeah, Rod, I love this card too. It looks great.
Let me get this in here. So you're just working on the green. Yeah, you're working on your green. And then my green happens to be next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blue, green, yep. Thank you.
My bad.
I know, I really didn't know. And then, yep, we're back right here.
Carrie McMahon says, Jennifer, this is such a pretty card. What a neat technique you've come up with.
Well, I don't know if it's new, but...
Neat.
Oh. But you see how you have all those extra pieces now.
Mm-hmm. She says you have to make sure your green piece is lined up right. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you could make a lot of cards.
Yes, you could. But we only gave you enough, at least for the background
bases,
one. Yes. But if you have the stamp.
Right.
I got the wrong flower again.
Oh.
But that is my next color, right? Blue. Yes.
And a green.
And green. So find out which one should have I cut. I don't know how I'm off. It's not that one. It's this one. It's right here. I think, you know why? Because all my, I don't know, my papers are...
So this should be the top of your paper.
It is. But it should be the next one there. Somehow I got them out of order.
These aren't at the top. These are upside down. Look.
What?
That should be at the top, should it not?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But if I cut this here, it should be the next one.
Right.
Right. But so that's where I don't know where I'm off. Like this guy would be this guy right here. You know, it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to do it that way. Okay. You want to do that for me?
We have to remember to go to the warehouse.
I know.
Keep trying to remind myself.
So then, yeah, it's going to follow suit on what we did there. So there's your pink, that, blue. You have my green, and then you're going to go that green. Yep. right. And then you want to find that green and cut that green out for me, please. It should be right there. If not, it's going to be opposite. I don't know why it's opposite. But I want the colors to be the same. So that one should be, I don't know, it's going to be this one right here. It's the opposite
Right,
for
it
some
is.
reason. Yeah, it is the opposite. That's weird. I don't know why it's, I don't know. I guess it's not, I guess you're right. It's not this one, but it's the opposite because this one is going to be this one right here. So that is the opposite. I'm not remembering right when I put those together. So find that opposite and just put that on there. And in the meantime, I'm going to, as Robbie's cutting this, I'm going to put pop dots on this guy. Because I want to line this up because it's important. It's going to be important to line that up.
Too far.
I don't think I've ever seen you really cut before.
I mean, I've been in a lot of classes. You watched me cut. Of course, it'd probably help if I take my glasses off to cut.
Thank you.
Misty says having Robbie there to cut for you is so different
Oh
from
my-
having Justine
I
there.
know. I love it.
Christine Block says show a close up of the top piece.
Okay, hold. I want
Yep.
to do that in 2 seconds. That's where I'm cutting here. Or that's what I... Let me finish pop dot and then I will. You want to grab the next piece?
Mm-hmm. We'll go straight to the opposite. So we did that one.
Here, I'm going to flip it in 2
There,
seconds.
It's gonna be this one.
Give me one. I need one. Thank you. You think I should have 2 pairs of scissors here? Thank you. Okay. So here's my top. Here's my top, and I'm going in the same order as I did that bottom. Perfect. Nice. So then, when you go, and I just want to do this now, I'm gonna finish this card. I'm not going anywhere. But if you need to stand up, you can.
No, I'm just stretching my leg out, scoot forward.
So when, I know that's what I do every now and then. So when you go to put this on your base, I want to make sure that you line that up. So when you go to put this on your base, you're going to line this up with that color that you started with.
Yeah, it's definitely a cross and over one. So you had the over one, you just forgot the cross, the across.
I guess I did.
Yeah.
So you have that same color all the way around. I know that's weird. Isn't that funny? It's like somebody else designed the card and I promise I did. So you just want to make sure that you line that up. So you line that up. Boom, 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 boom. So the color matches all the way across. Go back on Craft Cam real quick.
In all fairness,
Or,
you've-
yeah.
or
Jewel
Jewel
Cam.
Cam.
Yeah.
You've designed several since then.
I have, which is kind of gets confusing. So look, so I'm gonna put this on, or I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna try to put this on too, maybe. So here's where I started. There was that original pink piece, and I think you could see that because my ending piece was yellow. So there's my pink piece. So when I go to lay this down, I want to make sure that my pink piece in the middle, which is right there, goes right there. So what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to turn it. I want you to match up that color, so that's going to end up going just like that. So there's my pink, there's my darker pink, there's my red, my blue, my dark green, my light green, blue, and she just did purple then. Does that make sense to everybody?
Back to craft.
Sure. Do we got that?
Poor server from the hotel. This is her first class.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. No, that's not true. She bought another class kit. That's not true. She bought a previous class kit, and she already watched the video and made the card. That's why she came down and bought the second class kit. It's kind of cool. We have a server. We have a server who's been serving breakfast every day, and she wanted to know why we're here. I'm gonna put this piece on here, okay? So I'm not confused. So does everyone get where I'm putting this? And she liked what we were doing, so she came down and she bought some previous class kits, and she did do it today, Sherry. And then she came down and she bought this one for tonight. What was her name? That was like 4 letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to our server at Spring Bling.
Terry says looks like the original is offsets.
I don't think so. Oh, I did offset it. I don't want you to offset it. The original is offset. I guess you could do it either way. You could offset it or do it right above. But I swear when I did that original, the piece was right there. So my paper turned overnight. I am not going to offset it. But if you do offset it, only offset it by 1. Did you hear her gums?
Uh-huh.
She's having a hard time with them again. She's just a mess. Okay. Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it?
I think it looks great.
You actually kind of wonder how you did it. Like if you told somebody, you wouldn't believe them. Okay. Everyone understands how to do this. Oh, you could offset, Lori.
Yeah.
Totally offset.
Yep.
My first card was offset by 1. You could totally offset. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But if everyone knows how to do this, I want to forego this and go back to the base. Can we do this real quick? Go back to the base. And then you can finish that card up. Only if everyone's good with that. If they're not, I'm looking for this.
Ah.
Thank you, though. If everyone's not, Joanne, I did go 1 offset on the picture. This one I'm going right down. No, I think Andy and I are good.
I think she just feels bad.
I think she just feels bad, and I don't know. I think she's going to be saved, at least for a little bit. So, I'm sorry, I just did this and I didn't even show you. So, you're going to take this die, this is Scriptology, okay, just like that, and just cut this in half. Okay, you're just going to cut this in half. And then I want you to lay this, and I don't care how you lay it, but I want it to be sort of in the middle. And it's going to go off the card like that, in the middle, because this part's going to be hidden, and then off the card to that. And then we're going to cut it, okay? But kind of lay that down. I needed something to break all that up. So I'm going to use this, I believe. And then on this card, you have all Crystal AB. I was in a giving, exciting mood.
Clearly. But that Crystal AB gives you that rainbow effect in the colors,
You're
and so it's
1,000% right.
yeah. So it needed it.
Yep, 1,000% correct. Okay.
It's a love-hate thing with the Xyron.
With any
Right.
detailed die. Jeez. I want to go this way. Now, when you put this dye on, make sure that you're going really edge, then towards the middle. I really want it towards that edge. See, make sure it comes off on that edge. You're going to cover that up, so I'm not worried about that. And then I'm going to turn this upside down, and then just snip the dye. That extra. Whoops. Okay. And then do it on the other side.
Did you look at it to see which way it was die cut?
I did.
I do that too.
Not that it really matters, but
Right, but I do the same
every
thing.
time. I just almost threw that away. What time is it?
It is 10:55.
That's what I thought. I don't want to go too much longer. But is everyone good with that middle of the flower? Does everyone understand that? Maybe I should have used my sticky specs.
You'd still be wearing adhesive.
That's true. I don't care what that looks like there. Let's do... Let's do that. Again, don't care what my middle looks like. That's going to be totally covered. Now, this I want to show you guys something. Let me cut this off. Robbie and I, after this is done, we're going to be going back to the casino. I am
Go to the
kidding.
warehouse. Go to the warehouse first. And pay.
I know. Okay, so look, I want everyone to look at this. This is, so I had this done. And actually, the staff said, no, it looks good. I said, no, I don't think it looks good. So if you stick this on here, now I know I'm not finished with that, but you see how it gets just too lost? It just looks like I cut out a medallion and stuck it on a background. Does everyone agree with that or no?
Yeah, online it looks wider, that circle, but there it definitely needs to be broken up.
Yeah, something needs to be there. So what I
Yeah.
did is I put that white there. So we need to cut that white out, outline it, cut it in half, and we're going to fill that in. We're going to stick that in there. And that kind of offsets that perfectly.
Good night, Linda. Good shooting.
So let's go ahead. Good night, Linda. Let's go ahead and cut this out. Outline this. It is pretty. It looks really, really good once you put those jewels on. Well, that's like with everything we do.
Makes a difference.
No, we're not going to the casino again.
You want to have
Yes.
the focus. There you go. Yeah, no time to go to the casino tonight.
Who is that? I'm going to say it's Misty.
Oh, it's FedEx letting me know a package is on the way.
Oh,
Why? From whom? What did I order?
I don't know. No, I feel lucky if I don't go back to the casino.
Kim says she loves this card.
It is a fun card.
Just have to be up early tomorrow, and
Oh, I know. I
yeah,
know.
so it's no time to go tonight.
No, I agree.
Not
So-
that we don't want to.
So tonight we're gonna get boxes and tape, and then I gotta go back tomorrow to get the bingo stuff. Oh, so class 407,
Your love.
class 407, 2 weeks from tonight, will ship. Not next Friday like they normally do, but the following Monday. And we'll make sure that we pay the shipping that we need to get it to you on time. For sure. And I would say look for them to go on sale. It could be as late as Wednesday. But if I was a betting girl, I'm going to say between Tuesday and Wednesday. Although I bet you if I was a really betting girl, and you know I am, I'm going to say Tuesday. But if it's not there, it'll definitely be by Wednesday. So look for 407 by Wednesday.
I can't believe Spring Bling is coming to an end.
I can't believe it's technically
Right,
Saturday morning.
Right. It's
Tomorrow's bingo. That's ridiculous. It is the fastest weekend of any given year.
ever.
It really is. I mean, when we did this, we thought, oh, you're going to have all this time.
Right. You get so much done.
Yeah. It's ridiculous how much you don't get done. I should have brought the other Spring Bling cards. Am I focused?
Your hands are not your.
Just make sure you guys go a little bit slow.
There you go.
A little bit slow when you do this. Because this is white, and actually I'm going to slow down. This is white.
Misty says, but all the days run together.
I know they do. Misty, you're going to get pancakes with us tonight? Does anyone want to get pancakes with us tonight?
Right? Oh, did you do it?
I did, but you can't hardly see it.
Oh, you got lucky.
I need to slow it down, is what I need to do.
You do. You told us on that Maltese cross, go slow, go slow.
Yeah, you really had to. Oh, do you guys want to see the cool project that Misty did with us at Spring Bling?
Misty says, I don't want to have bad dreams about my roommate.
Oh. She doesn't have she
Right.
does have a roommate.
Oh, yeah, she does.
I guess that's a no. Do you want to get out her project? That's in that bag too.
Says, what happens to Andy's due, but I don't think I can wait for me to get there yet.
I think the
Somebody-
IHOP.
Somebody asked, how long does your black marker last?
You know, we were talking about that this week actually. 2 to 3 months. I mean, it's not much longer than that, but 2 to 3 months.
Oh.
Now, I'm just gonna guess, and I'm just gonna cut this in half. Okay. I'm cutting this in half, and I'm cutting the valley to valley because it just does not matter. Because then you're gonna bring this card into play. And we're just going to play. Like, it's going to be stuck right there. And this is going to be flat. And this is going to be stuck. What is that? That'll be stuck. I may have to crunch something up. I will.
Is that a sticky piece?
Could be. Yep. Squeeze that in right there. And actually, to fit that in a little bit more, I might just do this.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lay your piece on top. Let's see.
Yeah. I think that's okay. It's a little bit off center, but I think that's okay. Okay, so let's do that. Can I have my Xyron? Thank you. Appreciate you.
Katie says the IHOP near the hotel.
Yes. Let's do one at a time. I'm gonna need it right back.
Yeah, no, I was just getting your scissors and
Okay.
stuff.
So this is my bottom one. And again, no rhyme or reason. I'm just going to shove that in there because I just want it a little back.
Katie says, when are we going to the IHOP?
I think when we get back. Nice. Yeah, who doesn't want pancakes at midnight? Thank you. But as much as you guys like this card, wasn't that first card pretty fun and easy too? I did like that other one.
Scissors, please. Cut, hand me trimmer.
Am I focused?
Elizabeth says she has a full day of soccer tomorrow. She's
Ugh.
fading fast. You are in focus.
Oh, I love it. That's
Good night,
much more even than the other one. Elizabeth, did you leave the those T-shirts on the middle in the warehouse? Okay, so I am not going to finish the middle of that card, but that looks great, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is going to be popped up right in the center of this. Now, because I did pop this up off of here, but well, let's just do that. So I'm going to pop this up here. Let's just say, I'm going to say my yellow is going to go this way. So I know that these, if my color is this way, that these four and these four, and I'm going to mark these are going to need double pop dots. And probably here too. So I'm going to put pop dots on everything.
She says they're on the table by your desk.
Because it pops up on here. Because it goes off here. And this is already popped up. Double pop dots right there. Okay? And I will do that so everybody knows.
And also sent
Okay.
you an email at JJ.
So let me do my doubles first. Oh, it's probably your timesheet.
No, maybe. Sure, it's lots of hours. She was definitely working.
Thanks again for doing this tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, and then back here. I don't know why Justine even thought she was going to do it. She's like, I figured this one's sleep. I'm like, oh my god, you could have reminded me.
Oh, I'm sure she enjoys doing these too.
She does.
Good night, Maggie.
No. Let me take the pop out of my mouth. Before I popped out everything, I'm just going to lay this on here to make sure. Oh, I guessed right. And I actually wanted my yellow piece down there. So look, it clips in there perfect. So my double pop dots are good. Now I just have to, there we go. Now I just have to, why is that one? No, it feels like it is, but it's not. Good. Now I just have to put my ones in the middle down. Does everyone understand what I just did there? And again, for my newbies, I haven't said this tonight, you do not have to use as many pop dots as I use, but just use a little bit more than what you're used to. Before we leave, I just gotta let the dogs out real quick, which will take a couple seconds.
Okay. Just be careful opening this. The gasket isn't.
I know. I want to show you our first project is Spring Bling, and you can't get too excited
Because you don't get to buy it.
because we just did it Spring Bling. There's some perks. When you go on the cruise, we do Spring Bling. Okay, I am going to put this on even though I'm not finished. Because I just have to finish those pieces. Oh, I like this one so much better because if you notice in this one, it drives me nuts. Look, does anyone notice that this is off just a hair?
Mm-hmm.
You do notice it,
I
don't
do,
you? I
I
know,
do.
and I hate it. But look how perfect that is.
Oh yeah, much better. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Fancy.
My Miss Misty made that.
Yes, she did.
Is our Pegster still up in the room?
She's been up late every night. hasn't
She has. I've been
Yeah.
very impressed with my little Peggy.
Even when she wasn't feeling well with her back.
Oh, that's true. Peggy, how is your back actually? I have not asked her that. That's right. Okay, again, I want my yellow down there, and this is where I have to be really good.
Yellow's not down.
Oh, thank you, Robbie. I just said this is where I have to be really good. Okay, before I push that. See, look, I'm too far down. Oh, that looks good, no? Yeah.
Beautiful card. Been sitting in this chair since 8 this morning, going to bed now. Oh,
night.
that's a long day, Judith, in the
That's
chair.
good. Oh, that looks so much better. I
Oh,
like that
Peggy's
so
on the
much
phone.
better. Oh, good. Peggy's on the phone.
Says she's on the phone.
Was
Lee
she on the
Johnson.
phone? Oh, maybe
I
with-
don't know.
I wonder if she's on the phone with Bill. Okay, so that's it. So let me just go over the jewels, and then we're going to end it today, only because we got to go back to the warehouse and then back to Spring Bling. But 3.5 hours is good. Hey, we're good. Okay, so you have all crystal ABs, and you have you have one big. Oh, let's go back. Yeah, this is good. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
So you have one big one right here. That's your big one. And then you have 6. Nope. I lied. You have, no, I'm not lying. Yeah. So your big one is here. Then you have 6 other big ones. I want you to go, well, it's a step down, but I want you to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't care what 3 petals you use. Here I'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just use 3 up here, 3 down here. These are 5 millimeters. 5 millimeters. Yep. 5 millimeters. You're going to put 3 anywhere down here. 3 anywhere right here. And then on the tip of every single one of those outside layers. Okay, that bottom layer. That's 5 millimeter. Go 1 layer up, which is that green. There's your 4 millimeters. Go 1 layer up, which is where we cut out all the things from. That's 3 millimeters. So the biggest, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters, 5, 5, and I believe these are 7, and that's 8. I don't think that's 6. Okay, does anybody have any questions with that? Oh, so look, before we come up on us, this is the project we made with Misty on Tuesday at Spring Bling. So everyone's like, oh, great, a tampon holder.
Word, it's not so many colors.
Or I
Still
could,
won't do it. Yeah.
here, I could move this.
Yeah, I was just thinking if it was something to. Yeah.
You want to go down
see.
to Jewel Cam?
Yeah.
Actually, they really could see it, though.
They can see it.
They could, they actually,
Yeah, we'll go back. Don't you think? Or you want to leave it there?
oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you think, oh, we made tampon holders.
Or
Yeah. Or what?
something with batteries.
Oh, or something with batteries, right? Especially with Misty. But no, so these are all antique pink. But no, it is, if you unscrew this, it is a portable straw, which I could extend, a collapsible straw, which I won't. And then the brush that cleans out your collapsible straw. So yeah, so it is your portable straw and cleaner. And how friggin' cool is that?
It's fun.
Yeah, look at that. It is pretty fun, and that antique pink is just amazing.
It is. It's rose gold on the ends. It's really pretty.
It is. It's great. It really is. And it's pretty big. I mean, that's my hand.
It is.
Yeah. Oops. Okay, so you come up on us. Yeah, it's antique pink. So yeah, so yay.
Yay!
So thank you, Robbie, for joining us.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for being on the team this year.
Oh, Mary, it doesn't hurt at all. It's so smooth. All of those crystals are set
It does.
correctly. It's really smooth.
It's just like this.
Right.
The katana is so cool on your hand. It's ridiculous.
Christine must know where the 22 5mm go.
Marion, it didn't happen. They backed out this month again. It's going to happen next month. They promised me it's going to happen next month. I don't even want to go there.
Oh,
What
yeah.
jewels does she want to know?
The 22 5mm.
22. Can you go back down on the craft cam,
Oh,
please?
you don't want to show them with.
Right, like this? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, 22 5mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on every single end of that bottom layer. Sarah, we really missed you too.
Yes.
Okay, so you come back up on us.
Looking forward to seeing her on the cruise.
I know. So I know it's a little bit fun. The cruise is gonna be here before you know it. Mid-year cheer is gonna be here before you know,
I
which is
know.
ridiculous. But okay. So with that said, look for class 407. I'd say Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the absolute latest. And you know what I could bring? I could bring some. Let's go get those. Jill Chapman wants some chips or some clips down here, and so does
Were you
whatchamacallit.
going to show this?
Oh, here I could.
I just
So
didn't know
this
if you
is-
had it in there. So
Everyone who came to the warehouse, the bus tour on Wednesday, this is such a cool giveaway. Everyone who came on the bus tour, you had to come on the bus tour, got this. I don't know if you could see this. Got this because it's like a bag to fill up, but it's a pillowcase.
and it's so soft.
It's very, 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 very
What
soft.
did Jill Chapman do?
No, I'll get it when we get off. First of all, it's pressed together, so you gotta
You're right.
undo that. But look, it is a pillowcase. Like, how cool is that? So yeah, so you go to bed and dream of Camp Listic. So that was that bag for the people who went to the warehouse. Yeah, I like them. Isn't it? It's cool, isn't it?
It's great. I
I
love
know,
it.
I like it too.
It's super soft.
I do. It is super soft. Okay, guys. So with that said, we will see you. Oh, we won't see you next Friday. I think it's going to be very, 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 very hard to do every single week from now on. Maybe we'll throw a make along in there every now and then, but I think it's going to be very hard to have us do every week. So we are definitely going to do every other week for sure. So I can tell you for sure we'll see you in 2 weeks for 407, and that's it. Have a good week. Thanks, Robbie.
Night.
Good night, everybody. Whoops. And there we go.